Hello. This might be me be live. Mayhaps, potentially. I'm checking things. Let's see how the stream quality's doing. I've changed an absolute ton of settings compared to last time. Gotta wait for it to catch up. Well, that looks alright to me, even though I'm previewing. Fine. I'm going based off the recommendations they gave to me. Now that, to me, looks like we are live. I'm gonna check how my CPU's doing. I'm trying to really over-process this, basically. Because I've never quite been happy with the quality level of these streams, and I want them to be better every time, especially with these floor textures. Anyway, I believe this is my first time streaming from the new setup, and as I always do when I make mistakes, it appears I've forgotten to get my water, so I'll have to do that in a second. What I'm waiting for at the moment is hoping I can refresh this to maybe unlock some titanium or something, but it's not coming up, and that feels weird because I thought there was so much here. Is there a way to reset the scanner room, or you kind of just... I think it might just be stuck there. Okay, I'm gonna remove the upgrades. I'm gonna go get my water, and then I'm gonna get that sorted. This is so me when I'm coming back, when I'm talking in the distance, so you know I'm nearly here. And here I am. All the way back. Okay, let's add in all of these. Please mayhaps expand your territory. Okay, it's extended. I know it's higher. Interesting, okay. Well, I could scan for wrecks, but that's not very useful. I just kind of hope there would be, you know... Maybe it's because I haven't loaded it yet. Maybe I need to go out into the world, and then it'll go, oh hey, I remember there's a scrap here, scrap there. I'm gonna do a little lap around to try and verify. Not entirely sure. Not sure. No, I don't know much about this. I don't know, I was looking into how the game works a bit recently, and it does look like it needs to have loaded the world in advance in order to scan for things, so I'm hoping when I go back in now that it will have figured out where... There we go. Metal salvage scanning time. Also, what did I forget to put in there? Of course it was the speed upgrade I forgot to put. I'm going to refresh that. Metal salvage done. This is going to be a big stream as far as collecting goes. Also, I'm definitely going to replace my fuel source with something else, because the potatoes barely last at all. Also, don't mind me, I'm getting a little wrist thing on, so when I have my wrist on the desk for a while, it doesn't get a little red sore spot. Yeah. There we go. Okay, potato time. Fill up with potato. I should also probably, what was I gonna say? Put down more stuff, but that's okay. This for now. Keep my mind on one track. And we'll be set. I want to do a lot of base building, I think. Let's see, that seems like a fun thing to do. Okay, so it's these bottom two that get emptied first, and I don't know if it's maybe done by build order or something else, but it's kind of bugging me a little bit. But regardless of that, we should be fine. Come on, power levels, go up. Don't, yeah, I mean... They're kind of barely holding, I guess. Just eating a little bit of this to refill my hunger. My lunger. Yeah, we got a little bit of metal salvage. Is there only one here, and that's why it struggled to pick it up before, or am I going crazy? Because I would have thought there'd be an absolute ton here. It could be worth... I'm also going to update the inside of this. It could be worth going out in the prawn, maybe. Also, there we go. White interior. I want to do these while I actually remember. And I wanted to change the interior of this to like a light orange, I think. Interior... sort of subtle orange, there we go. You right-click to close that menu. Yeah, close enough. One metal salvage? I'm gonna go back and check the scanner room and hope that that's a bug, because that seems really low. Also need to remember to pop out the battery of this bad boy and set that into charge. There we go. I mean, maybe that is the only one, or maybe I need to explore more of the world to load more metal salvage? Who knows? I would like to build a couple of large rooms. That probably seems a little bit unreasonable given the sheer amount of titanium it uses, because it's 10 titanium to 1 ingot in this as opposed to below 0. But I feel like it could be fun. And there we go, we're loading more of the world. Maybe if I go over towards where the stalkers are, it'll give me a real bump. Still gotta keep an eye out for the anything close by though to avoid the waste. Let's see, apparently the stream's holding up quite well, which is nice. We'll see if there's a quality jump. I doubt it. Now, I don't think stalkers spawn scrap, do they? They just play around with the scrap that's already in the world. But just in case they do spawn it in, I'll go back here. There we go, there's a nice little collection here. This must be one of the stalkers' nests, and that probably just filled up my inventory all at once, which is rather convenient. Let's see if we can catch the bubble. Nope. We can get this one though. Now I'm assuming that's down in a cave. I also remember I need to go back to the coral area. You know, this room is not well insulated, so I thought it'd be nice for losing heat, but it tends to not lose that much when I'm streaming, which is kind of funny. Almost makes me wish I had a cooler of some kind. I technically do, but I keep it away from me because it's quite loud, especially in these streams. You don't hear a constant... There we go. Also, I've been having network issues for the last few days since switching the setup, so fingers crossed it doesn't drop out and kill the stream instantly. It'll remain to be seen, though. Also, I know I have the stuff at the top, but I'm electing to ignore that for now. Trying to think about the sort of stuff I need for the base building. So I already have like glass tables, so I need a lot of quartz, a lot of titanium, quartz, titanium, 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 maybe copper. Fiber mesh is cheap. I'd love to do stuff like this, but that'll take a little bit longer to do. We can do it though. Yeah, it's all just gonna be that, aside from these, which need lithium. Okay. That was a check-in. This should be a relatively simple thing to do. It's just about getting an insane amount of quartz and an insane amount of titanium. Also, I'm hoping the metal salvage is here and not somewhere funky. There is... He's dead. Hello, guys. I like the way they move. Come on, jump off. Do your shuttle bugging. Whee! That was broken for years, by the way. That little feature of them being able to jump up, that was just broken for the longest time. And then it got fixed, and it was such a nice quality of life thing. Because I think a lot of people just forgot that they were intended to walk around on the sand. An extra little bit of life has been breathed into it. Checking the temperature of this room. We fine. We fine. I'm not going to be cooked. Boiled alive. Well, there's more metal salvage. That's something. This is confirming my suspicion that I have to explore the areas physically in-game before the scanner will show it up, though. Mixed feelings about that. I mean, I guess it's good for performance. Those two are bugging me. I'm suspicious they've fallen through the world. But on the other hand, I know it gives me an excuse to explore. I'll go over, have a little look in the other place. See if anything more than these two pops up. I feel bad for the people that are in the ship. Yeah, I did indeed name the shrimp. It's just named after the previous shrimp. Well, there's one. That's a little bit far away, though. I'm going to keep going, so I think we're going to get crazy riches by going over to the other creepvine area over there. We'll quickly turn this into titanium, though. There's no point filling up 8 slots in my inventory for no reason at all, especially when I'm going past the base. What I could do, because I'm thinking of making about at least 2 of these, is make 4 titanium ingots if I can. That'll keep it, I think. Keep it nice and condensed. There we go, I'll go grab more titanium. I don't think we will have enough for 4 titanium ingots, but maybe we'll just quite get by on it. Every time I spam my mouse, I accidentally change my sensitivity settings. Okay, I'm 1 titanium short. That's evil. But, on the bright side, that is basically all set. I'll need to put a little lithium reminder for myself, though. I guess I technically have one in the form of the grappling hook at the top right. But who knows. Also, there's a parrot flying around my window. I believe it's called a kakapo. Or something like that. They're very big. They're flying around the window and then flew away. Hey, my favorite fishy in the game with the little chia seeds for feet. You are the original chia pet. Now that seems close-ish, but I was hoping for something a bit more local. I know it takes a second to catch up as well, so I'm not judging too harshly. There we go, that feels like we're getting some closer stuff. My hope is that it's going to lead me to one of the stalkers' nests, where they drop all the scraps, so I'll get an absolute ton at once. Not too picky though, at the end of the day, so long as I get it. And that's enough for now the 3rd ingot, question mark, maybe the 4th? Who knows, I'm not keeping track. I'll go get this one. I have room for a bunch more. Also really love having this expanded oxygen tank. It's very nice. Okay, stream is currently delayed by about 10 seconds, which is a little bit more than the last one, but hopefully it's not too bad. Apparently the stream's bitrate is 45,510.06 kilobits per second. I don't see the need to get that specific, but alright. I'm also putting a lot more of the workload this time onto my CPU to hopefully process nice high-quality video. Not sure. We'll find out after the end of this 10-minute stream whether or not it actually made a difference. If it didn't, then I'm going to stop doing that. But for now, it seems worthwhile, especially because I'm going to be playing through a ton more games. I want to make sure I'm set as far as streaming goes, so I can just sit down and get that stuff done. I'll also need to... I just realized I'll need to get more titanium anyway, because I'm going to be building all the extra stuff, maybe a multi-purpose room or 2.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
How many ingots do I already have? 2 or 3? Okay, I only need to make 1 more ingot. And I don't remember how to make plasteel. It's lithium! It's always lithium. So I need to remember where to get shale outcrops. I think there's a lot in the Lost River from when I was there. Squinting a bit because I can't quite remember where shale is. I'm going to assume it's in the Lost River and take a trip over there. Still gotta get the rest of this scrap though. I'm gonna make sure to do this first. I'm glad I settled on doing a resource gathering portion of the stream at the start every time. It's a nice little way to ease myself into the game. Make sure I'm more settled and happy first. Oh yeah, there we go. I was right to load in that creepvine forest for getting everything. And another one. Apparently these cause lag for a lot of people. I thankfully haven't had enough of these indicators pop up to cause an FPS drop. I think it's locked to 144 right now. Can never quite be sure, but I think it is. I'll also need to grab some extra food and water before I go out to, to Lost River. Is my repair tool? Yeah, it's charged enough, I think. Come on, Subnautica, play your music. Do the funny. Here we are, 1 and 2. I think that's going to be enough titanium for now. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it is enough for now. I also forgot I might grab the quartz as well before I head over there, just so I don't forget. So I don't need that much quartz. At most, I might need maybe 10 glass. Oops. Each of those tables uses glass. We'll see. I'll see how much is easy to pick up. I'm not going to waste my time going to really obscure areas for tiny amounts of resources. Resources. Here we are. As I said, I'm almost tempted to turn more of these into titanium ingots simply to save on space. That's not really... I'm worried I'm not going to end up using them, and you can't deconstruct them, so that would be a massive waste of the limited titanium we have. There we go. It's a very satisfying sound, this little guy, whenever it fabricates things. Here we go. I can probably include a storage room as a part of my plans as well for doing the base today. Although that'd probably use even more quartz. Yeah. What I'll do here is I will go to quartz. I'll double check on the bioreactors to see if they need filling up. See, this is what I'm talking about. They've already burnt through so many of the little guys. I'll refill them, and then maybe I'll switch to marble melons or something. I need to figure out some form of alternative fuel source that's better than these potatoes. Are my guys still there? Yeah, both of them are. Got a little bit worried for a second. Let's take that water, and it is potato power time. I do hate that it uses the bottom ones first. That's partly why I shifted the marble melons down there, so the ones upstairs can be powered by potatoes and the ones downstairs can be powered by marble melons. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that works out. Okay, so now I was going to go to sleep to skip ahead to make sure the quartz stuff does its thing on time. Bam! Screen full of orange. I hope, maybe. We'll see. It gaslights me sometimes. I guess that's a fine amount of quartz. Oh, never mind. There we go. There it is. I was waiting for this crazy little streak of quartz. Just hoping these aren't all annoying to navigate caves with crash fish. I was going to set like a 45-minute mental timer for resource gathering portion of this stream, but I actually don't think it's going to take anywhere near that long. I'll head over here. Cluster seems a lot tighter and I don't want to spend too much time going back and forth between the different areas. Again though, I do wish these scaled with distance. That would make my life so much easier. Because these looked really close, but as I'm going further along, it seems less and less like that's the case. Oh no. Hope I don't burn to death. I hate this place. Died here already. So that beacon might even be the quartz I lost when I last got caught up in the fiery flurry and died. When everything clipped through the bottom of the map. For, you know, basically no reason at all. Hope I'm not too close. May as well also take these. I mean, I know I'm only here for quartz, but this stuff's always welcome, and I'm going to end up using it. Especially the copper. Yeah, I'm fine-ish. It's a little bit harrowing having to get this close to something that I know will kill me. Also, you're glowing a lot. Oh no! Oh no, it's a cooked peeper! I mean, free food is food. And I also have lots of inventory space, so I should probably pick these up. There we go. Next up is shale, but I don't think shale is, I don't think shale's in range of the scanner, so as I said, I'm gonna have to try and just figure out where it is, which I'm thinking is the Lost River, but I could be completely wrong on that. There we go. I'm gonna call that enough quartz for now, unless I'm relatively close to some, so I may as well just pick it up along the way. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, I'm not looking to have all of the quartz in the world, just enough to do a little bit of base building with. Which relies heavily on lithium, because I need to because every room I add's gonna weaken it a lot more, and I need to add a bunch of reinforcements somewhere. Maybe I can do a multi-purpose room and slap something in there and just fill that with everything. I know YouTube. I am live. I say that almost every stream. I know I'm live. You don't need to...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There we go. Okay, let's cancel this so I don't lose all my power. Dump all the quartz somewhere that it'll fit. I'll put the extra stuff here. Do I need anything else? If I have diamonds, I should definitely make another key, I think, if I'm going to the Lost River. Because I think there was one I wanted to open but couldn't. I don't remember how to make the keys though. Is that under like tools or something? Equipment. Oh, ion cube. Okay, and I'll grab an extra ion cube just in case I have anything I need to activate with that. There's so many little things to have to try and remember. I don't have nickel, so I can't do the depth upgrade, and I can't do the grapple arm. What is the default, what's the default depth of a prawn suit? 900 meters. Ooh, that seems... Oh, that seems pretty good for going to the Lost River. That is identical to the... That's identical to the Seamoth. What have I already put in you? Engine efficiency module and storage upgrade. Ooh. Definitely might have to do this one then. Don't have... I might actually have blood oil. I might have all of that stuff. It could be worth making a grapple. Can't do a hull reinforcement. I might see if I can do the grappling hook if I have enough blood oil from my little plant that's growing. That looks like 3, but I know not all of them are interactable. Nope, that's 3. There we go. Ah! Hit my head on that thing. I'd probably have so many concussions by now if I were actually in the game. Okay, and then I need 5 titanium, which I did plenty of pickups for. Sorry, I thought I was going to be able to grab a lithium. Or is lithium going to be the limiting factor again? What is my hull integrity like? Am I able to just... No. No, I can't do that. I was hoping to be able to steal some from the base, and now I've caused it to maybe flood somewhere. It's going to be in a... I feel like it's going to be in a really inconvenient location, though. I'm just fingers crossed it's on the bottom floor. There we go.
Hull integrity restored.
Hey, fishy.
Draining
Where's the
systems
fish?
initiated.
I saw the peeper somewhere. Yeah, I assume it's just off exploring the base. Yeah, it'll be happy. So I'm limited by the lithium. Unless there's something else I've made that uses it that I could deconstruct. But I somehow don't think there is. No. Ah, nothing uses lithium. Unless the upgrade... No. I'm gonna go through my storage one more time because it feels weird that I have no lithium. No, I'm genuinely gonna have to give up on making that grappling arm until I go to the Lost River. Awesome. I'm gonna take the sea moth then. I think that settles that. Even though I get less storage, it does have the defense module and a bunch of other stuff. The sonar's also borderline irreplaceable. Now, where is it? I can't remember which life pod was there. I want to say it's this one. Probably. That seems about right, I guess. Plus I have the solar module, so it's not too big of a deal to go on an outing like this. Oh yeah, you gonna blow up for me? Nope. Of course not, because that would be kind of cool. And not lame. Ugh. Awful thing. Awful creature. I would like to make more of an active effort to not run the fish down, but it's so hard to see some of them, it feels like they come out of nowhere. Also, of course it's nighttime the one time I go out with my solar vehicle. I wonder what temperature it needs to be before the prawn suit starts charging with the thermal module if I end up making that. Because I feel like 26 degrees is not enough. Also, yeah, this is it. I shouldn't have done that. It's not going to recharge. Grrr. I'll stick to the surface in case the sun does come up. Also, hello, K8 Gaming. Maybe I have bad memory, but I don't remember your name. I don't recognize it. Killing off anyone's interest by acting like I do not know who they are. I'm glad the chat thing's finally working again. For the last few streams, I've had to copy and paste the code from the old one into a new container over and over. Oh, okay, hello. I'm streaming for fun. Currently on my way to try and get lithium. I think lithium is down here in the Lost River, but I could be completely wrong. I did colour the inside of my Seamoth orange finally, but I won't even get to enjoy it. Oh, nice. If you're trying to avoid spoilers, I would probably avoid this because I would probably say I'm about maybe 10 hours in. I don't know, you'd need to add up the stream time. So I did a 5-hour stream, I think I may have done a 3-hour one. I think I'm definitely around 10 hours-ish in. So unless you've made way more progress, suddenly this will probably have spoilers. And you stay away from me. Annoying little creature. Hey, at least I know where to go if I want to get an absolute ton of bonus quartz. I never really associated the Lost River with quartz, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Again, love the music. Spooky. Hey, cave crawler. They're probably called something else, aren't they? Like deep crawlers. And there you are. Sorry, I'm going a little bit quiet because I'm focusing on everything. There's the silly glitch in the terrain that I saw before. My favourite little area. Yeah. Well, I've got the prawn suit, I've got the prawn suit, I've got the sea moth. Haven't got a Cyclops yet. I unlocked the Cyclops immediately, but I've not really bothered putting time into that because I feel like once I do, I'm gonna... I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna leave my base behind, and that seems a little bit depressing. Ooh, there we go. Knew there was lithium down here. Although, I feel like I remember it being a little bit more common than this. Also, come on, bring back the cool music. It's really good at building up tension. Are there giant drillable lithium nodes? If there are, then I'll be really annoyed with myself for not bringing the prawn suit. Oh no, that's just magnetite. We don't care about magnetite here. I don't think I oh no, I took 2 first aid kits. Okay, I'm set. I was a little bit worried that if I took damage I'd just starve to death, but I'm so thankful to my past self for doing this. It's funny how the Lost River feels more underwater than the rest of the game, considering the entire thing's underwater. And I think it's literally just down to that brine. Oh, that's nickel! I think that's nickel. Oh, that's nickel! Okay, awesome. So I can actually make the depth module, and then it'll basically be a no-brainer for the for bringing the prawn down here. I didn't realize that was here of all places on a random brine fall. I wonder how much of that I've missed by just not paying attention. I would appreciate getting 3 though. Did I bring a spare? Yeah, I did bring a spare power cell. I'm glad I planned in advance for these things. Just got to do another little sweep of the walls if I'm missing stuff like nickel. Ah, fun. Yeah, it's because I put a little bit of time into building. Also, here's shale, so we should get lithium from this maybe. There we go. Yeah, I put a little bit of time into base building. At the start of the streams, I usually aim to put like 40 minutes into resource gathering, or 45 minutes into resource gathering, where I just stock up on large amounts of titanium and quartz and everything. So you've joined within this boring, well, it depends on your definition, but relatively boring to me period of just grabbing stuff. Don't eat them. I was hoping for 1 more nickel here. 3's all I need for the upgrade. No, this is not my first playthrough, unfortunately. It has been a while, so a lot of my memories are quite jumbled, and then I have like so many memories of different updates that everything's, you know, a little bit fuzzy, but I have finished the game before. I actually had to go back and finish it again ages ago because I didn't get the achievement for finishing the game, despite having finished the game. That really bugs me. I only noticed that, I think, maybe a year after I'd considered myself having officially completed the game. I wish I knew where nickel spawned, because 2 out of 3 is frustrating. Oh, that might be 1. No, that is more shale. Again, I'll take it. It only comes with useful stuff. I just really want that depth module, and it kind of hurts to be so close yet so far from it. I know these are shale, but I feel like in my mind my brain's going to morph nickel into shale, and I'll end up missing something painfully obvious that I shouldn't have. I don't think I need rubies. I think I have ruby at home. I'm going to leave the nickel here. I'm going to just cross my fingers that I come across a little bit more of it further in. Oh yeah, multi-purpose. Well, on the bright side, if you go to most of the beacons you get from the radio, you'll get it pretty quickly. I'm trying to take my time with everything, and even then I still ended up unlocking everything quite fast. I think that's uranite. My guess is going to be that nickel's going to spawn closer to waterfalls and rivers, at least based off how the two spawn there. Also, that is very vibrant blue. I like those plants. Spooky. The movement kind of makes me feel like a ghost. Just bobbling around, just in my zone. I did see the little pillars there, so I think I'm going to head back, relatively speaking, this way. Because I think there was a door I forgot to unlock. And I assume it's only going to be lore, but yeah. Oh yeah, I hate that with modern YouTube. It seems to... I'll watch one thing and then my entire feed will be it. I was shown... Oh? Uh-oh, that's not good. Game bug. Can't repair the sea moth. Oh, that could be a pretty big issue. I'm gonna ignore it for now, but I might have to save and reload. Yeah, I was shown Germa compilation on my account, and then when I went back to the homepage, everything was Germa. Like, literally everything. There was not one video that wasn't a Germa compilation or video on there. And I didn't mind, so it was pretty easy to fix, but it's been really messed up lately. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Trying not to loudly yawn into the microphone. Also, I realised my mistake. I'm a little bit tired right now. I thought the power level was the repair level. So I was looking at the 84% battery or whatever it just was, and wondering why I couldn't repair this. I would have thought I would be avoiding the mix-ups like that, since I'm playing later and I'm actually rested, but I guess not. Never safe from human error. But come on, 1 nickel. Got 2 out of 3, it really hurts. I don't think there's anything to the left, but there might be something to the right here. I genuinely can't really remember. I just remember that I needed to go back somewhere here that I'm unable to find right now. Am I safe to go in the brine? No, I am not. I thought I'd be safe because I have my reinforced suit, but I guess not. Surprised I haven't scanned the kelp though. That's always nice to get a little bit more progress in that area. I'll take the diamonds since I just used a bunch of them on making the key. Still cannot believe I had someone tell me the islands physically sink. And there we go, that is nickel. That looks really weird, I'm just not used to seeing it. I think it's because I barely ever pick any up in the game. Is that an egg? That looks like a cool egg. That's going in the aquarium. Oh, I wish I could go down through here, but I just can't. Anyway, now I can actually focus on getting back to wherever that place was. There was one with a light on a fish, and I think there was a door there I hadn't opened. And I would very much like to open that door now I've actually come prepared. And I hope I don't need nickel for anything else, because it was annoying finding those 3. Or annoying enough, anyway. Whoop! Not very smart just doing it in a little horizontal circle going out. Very much reminds me of the classic bosses you'd fight in like PSP games. I don't even know what the console equivalent of a PSP is. I would assume like a PS2 or something. But there were so many bosses that would just send out pulses you had to jump over. Reminds me of those. The people that came up with it must have been very classic gamers. Oh. No, this is just leaving the biome. Wow. My tiredness is really catching up with me somehow. Shouldn't be. I've been active all day, slept in. I feel like I rested a lot. I've hit my sleep goals. May as well get more shale. Should be enough lithium, I think. But I would always rather have extra for doing all the reinforcements, so I just don't have to worry. It'd be really fun if you could barrel roll in this, like using Q and E to just tilt left and right in this. What this reminds me of right now is when I used to wake up at like 4 AM to stream below zero. And I felt exhausted and I'd slowly wake up during it, but this time I'll probably just get more tired because it's the evening, so I've got the opposite issue. It's either going to be back there, which I really doubt, or there'll be some alternate path there. I thought there was a Leviathan here. But I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to count myself lucky. This does feel like it, though. No, technically I only have 4 minutes left of the resource gathering part of my stream. But thankfully, I'm not beholden to any particular schedule, so I don't need to worry about running over that. And then I'll hopefully go back to just base building once I've done it. Yeah, here we go. Here's where I wanted to be. I feel bad for anyone that rewatches the VOD and just has to hear me yawning over and over again. Where was it? Oh, there it is. I would have thought it'd be a little bit... I don't know how I missed that. It's a painfully obvious glowing bright gate. See, my instinct is to go for a monster, but I also know that caffeine makes me a little bit sleepy. But on the other hand, it's full of stuff that could revitalize me and make sure I haven't lost stuff. Also, hello, alien bone specimen case. Is this one of those things that has the individual... No, it's just general Leviathan bones. I was wondering if they'd each have unique stories, but they don't seem to really. It looks like someone got bored when writing these. Plants in stasis. Yeah, I like these. This looks really familiar, but I don't know where it seems familiar from. Oh, hi! There's another of these little gremlins. Okay. Well, this was worthwhile, I guess. The ion cubes kinda neat, but I don't really need them, especially since that time capsule gave me so many, but the cuttlefish is appreciated. Let's see, extensive alien research data on local fauna with a special focus. The life forms on the planet have just one sex. They engage in asexual reproduction. Focused around hatching condition, genetic variation between parent and child. Awesome. Good to know they did that research. I'm assuming the coidal fish is what they decided to do that on. I see the amoeba. I don't recognize what these are supposed to be. That looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know from where. I'm assuming it's in the Lost River. Sorry, Lost River, in the Blood Kelp area. I think it is on the walls, and that's the Lost River. Neat. Now I just need to not die and lose all of my stuff. Especially you, and I want to figure out what that is. I'm hoping I can sleep I'm hoping I can sleep once I get back to the base to skip a significant portion of that egg hatching phase. I also, since I have the inventory space, may as well pick up the extra rubies I need. Just so I have them. Is there anything else? Titanium. Need to make a whole plasteel ingot and titanium. Okay, I need a ton of stuff. I need a titanium ton of stuff. What is that? Is that just a random bone in the side? The rubies are there, which are cool. You can't scan it. That's a shame. That feels like a missed opportunity. Wonder what died here. There's so many little fragments. I'm so annoyed I can't scan them. Even if it was a really vague, like, one-sentence description, I would love to know what they were remnants of. The little worm-like creatures that tunnel through it. And speaking of, what even is this? Because I think it's rock, but it looks kind of like roots, and it definitely becomes roots down there, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. I'm assuming if I look at the surface, it'll be painfully obvious, but... at least from down here, I have no idea. Also, yes, I did see that guy. I'm just going to try and move... Then try and move on quickly, maybe steer a creature between me and it so it attacks that. Yeah, because they go into a passive mode for a while after they attack, I believe. I'm not sure if that happens every time, but it means it should leave me alone for now. This looks like it could be something. Probably isn't. Looks like it could be, though. Or is it just kind of there for the sake of it? Oh, it's just kind of there for the sake of it. That's a shame. Oh. On the bright side, I do have... I was going to say plenty of water, but I actually really don't. I guess I can cook and eat the spine fish. Can you eat a mesmer? I don't think I can. No, and I also can't eat whatever that ghost weed seed was I just picked up. Well, I'm sorry, Mesmer. You're pretty awful. You're evil creatures. I don't think you deserve to live. Let's see if I can catch that. Because it's kind of translucent, it looks like you can see through the entire body. Also, I think that only gave me like 4 hunger back. That is awful. Always going to take nickel where I can get it, though. I'm glad I picked up the 2 ruby. I forgot that I had. But they were both together by the bone I was looking at. And I still have 2 purple tablets? Oh wait, did I use an orange tablet on that? I used the special orange tablet I had. Oh. That didn't feel worth it. That's okay, I guess. I'll keep going through here for a little bit longer, but I am basically out of inventory space, and I'm hungry, and I know I have the little farm at home, so I don't think it'll be too worthwhile. I did want to have a look at this base, though. I'm going to do that. Woo! Yeah. Looking at the silly memes people posting in the Subnautica server is always really funny. As I said though, I'm pretty sure I have already fully explored this area. I just want to really be safe with it. So is that built against the rock? No. No, it's all exposed. Okay. I'm also curious if there's like an alternate entrance or something I could go through, but it doesn't look like it. I've also never really considered exploring the caves around this, so maybe there could be stuff there that they've left for anyone that's actually curious. Or they didn't think about it and it's all going to be totally empty. There we go. That was a waste of a key. Here we go. Well, I'm hoping I find something soon that isn't a waste of a key. Also, is that lava? Whatever they're called. I think it is. It's kind of a shame you can't scan them through here. Unless the only reason I haven't is because I've already scanned them down in the inactive library. Oh. I thought that was an alert being broadcast around the facility, and I got excited for extra stuff, but does not seem like it. Oh, glass intact. How much food do you give? Is it just 4? Are you just not nutritional at all? Oh no, 23. They're actually quite decent. I don't know where I got the 4 from in my head under the food value. Sorry, I'm just, especially after I found the extra egg in the other lab, I want to triply make sure that I'm not missing anything in these places. Doesn't look like I am though, so I'm going to call this one a day and head back to the base. I've gone a few minutes past my allocated resource gathering time, so I'm happy with that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ow. I do think, again, I've said this a lot in the past, I think for titanium, these bases and ships are very flimsy. Oh. There we go. I think the whole 4 hunger thing in my head is definitely a chronic case of misreading. I'll go this way. I think I did before, but I want to do it anyway. And then because the prawn suit has a default depth of 900, as soon as I get that depth module in it, I'll probably be able to more than comfortably explore everything past the egg tree. I know it has an actual name, it's probably in the PDA that I could check, but I can't remember. I just remembered that it is the tree where the ghost leviathan eggs are. Now, hopefully there's an exit here. I can afford to waste a bit of power, especially if I'm going to be going up to the surface again soon. Yeah, I remember this spot. There's a good place that goes straight down to lava, I think. Is there enough food for this guy, or am I going to have to waste a ton of my power on... No, it looks like it has food for it to eat. Or at least creatures for it to attack. I should be safe. Yeah. It's interesting how most things are passive to a degree if you let them go through their natural processes of interacting with other creatures. I think like the whatever the skeletal fish are that are deep down here, the skeleton eels, they don't even attack the player. They just don't like loud vehicles. At least as far as I'm aware, they're like the crab squids, I think, where they'll leave you alone. I think. This looks exity though. This looks like it's going back to the blood kelp area, which is exactly what I wanted. I also think I have scanned the... I think I've already scanned the Reaper skeleton, but I want to double check to be safe. Oh, more lithium. Have I already... I'll eat this Reginald, I guess. I was checking if I'd scanned it, but I have, so it's dinner time. God, I was so energetic in the last stream. Wish I could replicate that, but I think the tiredness is slightly getting in the way of that possibility. I thought that was nickel, but it's shell. Please just be lithium. Thank you, that is my inventory full, and I don't have anything I can eat or consume to give myself more space unless I want to completely waste a medkit, so that is my cue to go. Yep, already scanned. Is that a tiger plant? Nope, already have one of those growing in my aquarium. I've got so many games I want to play. I was thinking about it earlier and I was almost tempted to do a rotation of what I play in the streams, but then that doesn't really vibe with how my brain works. I kind of need to just finish one to be able to move on to the next one. I don't think I could do that constant jumping back and forth. Oh, I've gotten really confused with which way is up, but it's this way. This way. There we go. I'll be mildly frustrated if I see a resource I've really wanted, because I'll have to choose which important item I've picked up along the way to get rid of. Just thinking, I will definitely have to set the scanner to look for more titanium, I think. If the marble melons are all grown up though, I can fill up the last of the planters and then I'll have downstairs fuel. And that's something at least. I would assume marble melons would actually be better than potatoes, even though my brain really wants potatoes to win because, you know, potato clocks and lemon clocks are really funny. And while I'm on my way there, thanks to the new auto swim, I'm going to get my watch back on. It was just charging off to the side, and it's now done. Woo! I need to use this auto swim thing a lot more. I always forget about it, but it's so nice to not have to hold a key down constantly. I can just line it up and hands-free. Oh, auto swim doesn't even work outside of that. So I think it's 2 lithium to a plasteel, right? Okay, so I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I have enough lithium for the plasteel I wanted, but not enough for reinforcements. That is really frustrating, and I'm going to have to go straight back down with the prawn suit into the Lost River, I think. Dang it. Unless I go to the islands. I think the islands had some, but I could be crazy. I will check out the islands though. Maybe I could even make the grappling arm and then... Yeah, because I'm gonna have to use the lithium for the grappling arm. I just don't have enough lithium. Ah, that is frustrating. I guess I just don't really have enough anything, but on the bright side, the prawn suit has the storage, so it's, you know... pretty neat bonus. No, this is just regular Subnautica. Unless the question was meant to imply something else that I've completely misunderstood, but... I'm pretty sure you're asking what I'm playing, and this is just standard Subnautica. Oh, no, I already have, hello Riker, not the new person. I forgot, I already have those, so I need to plant another 3 of them, and then I'll have a pretty stable food supply. And yeah, this is the first one. Not what people originally called Subnautica 2. 1, 2, 3. So I need to get 3 of these. I'll make another titanium ingot for there, so I can make the plasteel ingot. Good thing I did actually grab a ton of that other stuff, because I'll need the silver for the circuit. Do I have any more coral? I do. I don't know how much you need for a computer chip though, so... 2 table coral, 2 copper, 1 gold. 1 gold, table coral... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go pick up another. Yeah, I will be making an actual storage room in the, soon, I think. I've just been doing a ton of resource gathering to try and make that happen, but this is my starter. My little starter storage. It's what I did in Below Zero. Because I finished Below Zero and then decided to see if I could beat this game. But these are really useful for early game because I hadn't unlocked, you know, the multi-purpose room or anything, and it's nice and convenient. Although, it did kind of show me that I think they're inconsistent sizes, because this side perfectly fits 4, but this side fits 4 with a gap. And it's really frustrating. Anyway, let's make this wiring kit, copper wire. And I think that should be all we need for the advanced. Oh no, we need 2 gold for that. Where did I get the 1 gold? Oh, the 1 gold was for the computer chip. Okay, 2 gold. I'll also pick up the benzene. Nice little crafting session. And back. Also got to remember to get the 5 titanium. And then I can make... I think I have everything. Yeah, depth module and grappling arm. All set. No, I've finished this one in the past. It's just been a little while. Yeah, I'm excited for the Subnautica 2 grid building system because it'll completely get rid of issues like this. I know, I was hoping to use this stream more than the others where I usually get like really excited and stuff happens. I was hoping to use this one as a relaxing resource gathering, expand the base stream. Because as I mentioned a while ago, I'm worried about making a Cyclops and then that just removing any motivation I have to, you know, actually work on my base. 1, 2, 3, eat a ton of these. I think these are a good food source. Yeah, they're very different games, although Subnautica itself, the first game, does have a much more complete story. I finished Below Zero going, huh? There we go. And then fill all these back up, and we should be fine. I'll see if this one has an empty slot, but I doubt it, so that'll just become my food. Oh yeah, I got eggs! Stop trying to get out. Is there a peeper egg? And yeah, it's gonna have peer-to-peer co-op, I believe. Are you saying Corden because of James Corden? Or am I misinterpreting that reference? Don't know why I'm talking so quietly or slowly. I'm just mainly trying to fight off the urge to yawn. Hello, please don't blind me when I take water. Yeah, I think the thing I like about Below Zero is it feels like the environmental design has a much more solid direction and they've kind of figured out what the art style for the game is going to be. But other than that, I mostly prefer Subnautica. Oh, there's 2 James. Oh my god. On my screen, on my little window, both James people have the same coloured icon for some reason. But when I look at my stream preview, they are pink and blue. That's really weird. So I was just reading the first part. I was just reading the James and calling it a day. And you are called James Corden, so you are a reference to the James Corden. There we go. Get rid of the extra nickel. That's that. Time to go back and get more lithium because I vastly underestimated how much I need. Also need the titanium, but that's a lot easier to get from around here. There we go. 1,300 meters, and it will be so hard to fight the temptation to go deeper and progress the story. But all I want to do is base build. I have a pretty solid idea of what I want to do as well, which will be nice. I want to see if I can get a screenshot of every Leviathan. That's always a fun little challenge. What do I have right now? I have this nice little one that I tried from 2 angles, and that is used in the bedroom to go over the bed. Definitely need to get the Leviathan ones though. What was I doing? The prawn suit, shrimp suit. Why did I walk away? Probably something important, but I'll worry about it later. No, it's not like I need anything. I'm all stocked up on food, have the thermoblade. But yes, hello to the 2 James types in the chat. I don't know, the main thing is I have finished the game before, even though it's been a while, and I just want to take my time and fully explore. Well, the reason I want to get one of each Leviathan is I want to make a nice little fake dining area, and I feel like the number of Leviathans in the game is like a good enough... I feel like it's a good enough amount of photo frames to have. Could probably do every creature, but it's... I don't know, I couldn't really think of a place to do it unless I made a dedicated gallery, and I'm not really in a gallery mood. Plant it in the dirt. I don't know, personally, if I had to pick a unique place to establish a new base, I would go with the islands, because I saw that in Subnautica now there's these doors that put down stairs, and that'd be kind of cool. I've never built a land base, especially in a water game, and I'm kind of stuck again. Ugh. All I wanted was a little bit of momentum. There we go. What should even go in the last... Oh yeah, it's going to be the thermal module. Whenever I unlock that, they'll go there. Maybe I should put a reinforcement thing there temporarily, but it should be fine. Oh yeah. I mean, people do crazy things. If you look in the Subnautica server, people are doing absolutely gigantic bases. And I didn't even realize the game had that amount of resources for the things I see some people doing. It's kind of shocking. And I don't know, it could be fun to do that stuff, but I feel like, especially when you're streaming, you don't want things to get too boring. And no, you can't. I think there's a teleporting module in Below Zero, but not in Subnautica. You just have to swim between them with your little boats. Why'd I call them boats? With your submarines. Although, is the prawn suit a submarine? It kind of is. It goes under the water, so it is submarine. But I wouldn't really think of it as a conventional submarine. Yeah, it would be nice to have a way to move between bases, but considering how relatively unoptimized the game is in so many aspects, I would not trust it. Also, I'm pretty sure I need copper for some stuff, so I'm going to grab this. Hey, little guy. Oh. Oh god. Oh, I feel bad for that guy. It's probably dead now. Oh, yeah, there is. Sorry, I just meant you can't, that would be a spoiler, probably. I just meant there's no player controllable way to do that kind of thing. So you can't decide how to do that. I'm always stuck because there's so many cool places I would love to base build in, but then I feel like once you establish a base, you kind of can't really move anywhere else because it takes so much time to get going. And what was I doing again? I was looking for lithium. I know I passed a bit before, but I don't like being next to a Leviathan when I harvest it. Also probably need to figure out how to emote more. I've realised that in the streams where I've said, like in the VODs, or for the VODs while they're playing, where I've said I've actively felt more tired or worse, I sound the same as the ones where I'm happy. That is a minor skill issue on my part. I don't think there are giant lithium outcrops here, so... maybe I should unequip the drill arm so I can just pick up lithium without needing to get out of the suit. We'll see though. There we go. So glad to finally have the extra mobility of this, even if I'm very awkward with trying to navigate with the prawn suit. Hey, maybe there'll be some down here. What part am I up to? I'm up to the Lost River part. I'm kind of mixed because as I said, I'm trying to take my time, so I'm kind of in a mixed Lost River part. I don't have the Cyclops. I'm still getting my early base set up. I only just got the depth module and the drill arm. Barely progressed the story, I don't think. But I am also getting a little bit of the way through. Right now, I'm just looking for lithium. Yeah, it's brine, so it's a lot thicker, and I think it's like a form of saline solution, so it's toxic to touch. I can't even remember what it is, but it's... Is it so basic that it burns, or is this actually an acid? Also, yes, I am. Ooh, hand jump scare. Yeah, I just got to that part. As I said, I'm relatively early on in the game, taking my time. I think I might be going too far in to get lithium, but I have my fingers crossed I'm not. This stuff is safe though. I do remember that. What are you? Are you a urinite? I have no reason for that. Hope in Subnautica 2 they do a much better job with the fog than they've done in this game, because it really doesn't convey depth that well. Also, how did I miss all of this? Because I came here explicitly to pick up nickel and I couldn't find a single piece. Maybe it's just because it's more fresh in my mind, so it stands out to me more now when I see it. I mean, that makes a bit more sense. To be fair, I barely remembered what it looks like. Oh, there's so... Actually, I should do a self-scan. Anything new? No. Nothing new. And I may as well get the copper. There we go. I could swear lithium appeared in these pool. Oh, there we go. Drillable lithium. I'm taking that. Of course we'll have a drill. Of course we'll have a drill. Love that. Of course you'll have a look. Yeah, sorry for not being the most chatty possible. I wanted to stream more. It's been 8 days since the last one. But then right after that happened, I started having network issues, had to reorganize the house. I still have an assessment due in a day or two. It feels like everything just piled on immediately and then I just couldn't. Maybe if I sleep more, I'll have more motivation too. Oh yeah, what happened? So I feel like you don't really need to be prepared to be here. Almost everything's passive aside from towards vehicles, and then even the Leviathans down here just eat the other animals. They will ignore you in most cases. Also, I think I'm going to take a little trip down deeper, because I couldn't do that before. Do I need more lithium? I only needed a little bit, and this seems pretty good. I guess I'll pick up that last bit. May as well, just for the sake of it. Also, thank you for the 1 like. I always forget I'm on YouTube, so people can like your stream. I don't know if there's an equivalent to liking a stream on Twitch, but I don't seem to remember anything like that happening. Hello, pretty tree. Yeah, because I'd love to set up a base here or in the Mushroom Forest or something, but it's so much effort to relocate. Oh yeah. That is true. I always under prepare. But once you have the thermoblade, I think it's called, you can basically cook any fish you see, and then all you need to remember to do is bring some water bottles with you. And also to not take any damage, because healing uses a lot more of your food and water. I've also started to be triple prepared nowadays, and I've been taking extra power cells with me. So I am very prepared for this stuff. I'll get a tiny bit of gold, would have preferred silver, but that's okay. I like the way how in this game it actually drills away the node where the drill is on the outcrop. It's really nice. And I may as well get some extra titanium. One thing that worries me is that I don't seem that deep yet, but I'm already nearing 1,000 meters, and this only goes down to 1,300, so I'm not sure if I can even explore down there. Although I feel like the game would have been designed with this in mind, so it's probably just barely okay to jump down there. And I do have the grappling hook, so I can get up if need be. Hey little guy, please don't leech my power away. Nice and blue. No, this seems fine. This is manageable. Awesome. Time to go to this scary place. So I haven't really been down here before. I did a really quick scooch around in case I could find kyanite, which I couldn't. What are you? That's copper. It's funny how much a slight lighting change makes everything look different. How much a slight lighting change can change the way everything appears. It just makes it feel a whole lot more alien. At least to me. Yeah, if I had the thermal module, I would be swimming right now. But right now, I'm just swimming without the power. Yeah. I also feel like by the time you find the Lost River, you're a lot more comfortable with the game in general. Oh, nice blue fog. Like, by the time you hit the Lost River, you're already used to the core... Go get away. But you're already used to, like, the core systems and everything that happens, you know. There's no real surprises, and when you see a Leviathan, you know what it is and how to deal with it. I'm gonna go out into this nice big open area. I think one thing that would help, and it's kind of ironic given my main complaints about the game, but I do think having longer range of visibility would help with scale a lot in this game. To a degree, because places like this, to my right, that I can't look at because I'm drilling right now, are gigantic, but you just can't tell because of the thick fog everywhere. But on the other hand, I've always been a big supporter of, you know, putting more fog in the game so it feels like you're actually underwater. Oi, that was nice. Speaking of Leviathans, I'm going to save my game. Yeah, they are. Oh, word. Oh, I haven't scanned you? Okay. Yeah, they are. They're surprisingly sneaky, but also easy to avoid. A cool trick I learned is if you hold a fish and drop it, they'll eat that and then immediately go into a passive mode and swim away because they have a cooldown between attacks. Oh yeah, I want to go that way. For some reason I got really disoriented then, even though it should be very clear which way I need to go. See, I like this area because it feels like something has to be there. This place is too big to be basically unoccupied. But there's also really no confirmation telling you yes or no to whether or not there is something. I'm gonna go in here, I think. And there we go. There's a little teaser that maybe we're right and there is actually something here. Oh, did I bring keys? I did. I brought two purple keys and an ion cube. I don't like this one because of how much damage it does. Oh, funny. I don't think I've ever managed to be flanked since getting headphones. Because I used to play headphoneless, and then I would be flanked and caught off guard. Nowadays, not so much. So my brain is churning right now, trying to figure out if anything is here and where that noise is coming from. I know I'm going to there you go, I was going to say I know I'm going towards it, but I don't know when it'll show up. That looks like a light. I'm not sure how much breaking line of sight's going to do, if it already saw me. I think it did already see me. Okay, in we go, in we go, in we go. Fast as we can, fast as we can, fast as we can. Straight down, please. Oh. I'm assuming that's visual. Game, please don't bug out and end my run. Please. I'm always scared because I feel like I hide and then the game has such a high chance of bugging out. But hey, here's the kyanite I wanted, and there's a cool egg. I'm gonna have to drop some stuff back in here.
The volcanic rock, which has formed in this area, can be carbon dated to between 800
Hello, creature
and
egg.
3,000 Earth years ago.
1 second, Raw. Yeah. To be fair, the I'm pretty sure the sea dragon just did the exact same thing to me. It was off in the distance. I thought I was hiding, and then all of a sudden it was right there. I'm going to assume that those eggs are for like for the lava lizards that we saw outside. I can't think of anything else that would have an egg that looks like that. Again, I would be positively overpowered if I actually had a thermal charger right now. Just gotta be careful to not touch the— Oh, you're a non-lava variant. Oh, you're not a different thing to scan though. Oh. I feel like they should be. I think they should count as a different creature. Oh, here we go. Here's something. I was kind of hoping for a cuttlefish egg. I don't know where those are, but I do know there are 5, so I was really hoping for a cuttlefish egg, but I will take this. Hello, Squirty. Oh yeah. I was tempted, I think I mentioned I was tempted to go into hardcore, but I'm glad I haven't, because I've died twice to not paying attention. That is my #1 op, as they say. It's my attention span. Because I think both times I drowned once because I wasn't paying attention, and then another time... What happened? Oh yeah, I just swam into a thermal vent and then got caught up in the explosion because I wasn't paying attention. Can I not? Oh no, there's a warper there. See if I can let this recharge, then get away before it gets hostile. Or at least significantly hostile. I assume I can go through this. I think this is only for fish. Yeah. There we go, we're all set. I'm going to explore this on foot though. I feel like you get a much greater sense of scale here when you're going on foot. Hey little guys, I love them so much. Oh, I didn't scan them already? Weird. Here we go. That is a special key. I'm glad I took all of my keys. Well, I'm glad I made an extra, that is. I may as well scan it as well, get the recipe for that one. I'm not really following my plan, am I? I wanted to do 45 minutes of resource gathering, and then I wanted to do base building. And this doesn't particularly seem like base building to me.
Come here. To me.
No. No, 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 I don't wanna. Oh. Fossil data recorded from the volcanic rock as excavated. Aliens recorded data. Okay, cool. So this is more about rapid extinction. Hannah was talking about this. It's one of her favorite aspects of the game. So I need to go in there, and I only... Oh, Mesmer! Oh, that's cool. I got a Mesmer. I should have taken 3 keys. I never thought 1 was enough, so I finally sunk the materials into making a second one, and I think it's the one time I'm making a second... I made 2 that I'll need 3 total. That's kind of frustrating. Unless this is an alternate entrance. No, it's just an alternate entrance. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I can use my last key here. What time is it for me? It is about 6:39. I've started doing... I've decided to do afternoon streams. And also, yeah, I've been having internet issues too lately for some reason. Not sure why. Anyway, there we go. I kind of want to see where I'm going to see where this goes. I'm going to guess it's going to go to the Lost River Mushroom Place. Because I found one there that I couldn't activate. Lost River Mushroom Place. Lost River Mushroom Place. This is not the Lost River or the Mushroom Place. Is this the gun? This is the gun! Oh, well, that's kind of neat. I didn't realize that was a thing. I'll have to keep that in mind for later. Whee! Oh yeah, I had a really busy day of filming today. That's kind of fun. Neighbor's cat walked up and it would not stop circling my leg and trying to hug up with me the whole time I was filming, so I took a bunch of pictures of it and I just emailed them over to the neighbor. See what they think. I hate ISPs that change bandwidth based on the time of day. Okay, here we go. Time to open this bad boy up. Let's also pick you up. Also, how's the quality of the stream? I changed an absolute ton of settings, and streaming is now eating up 25% of my CPU, compared to the usual 0.3%. Mainly because I shifted it to the CPU, because I thought, you know, that'll have less impact on game performance. System is converting local thermal energy, electric at 90% efficiency. The energy is being stored in battery-like devices. Cool. Can these zap me? I kind of want to see, but I don't want to die. I assume not, given how the game's made. It's really tempting. Primary router in the thermal plant is distributing energy collected on site to other facilities on the planet.
Alien facility location updated. Volcanic area connected to this cave system at depth 1.4 kilometers.
It's 100 meters deeper than what my prawn can go to. Also, again, love these. Always love these platforms that light up as you walk. I love anything reactive. I got excited for the skulk sensors in Minecraft because it means I can have lights that follow me. It's been possible to extract useful ion power. Okie dokie.
Ion power blueprints from alien data.
Oh, flip yeah.
Stored to databank.
I wish you could turn batteries into ion batteries, but that's still a flip yeah moment. Also, I have 5 people. Oh, mine says 3. Also, sorry. My, the cord to my mouse charger got a little bit stuck. Also, it's glowing down here. Whoa. That was weird. Felt like a ton of ambience suddenly dropped away when I did that. But hey, I can remember to, come back in. Yeah, it's been spiking all over the place. I don't really stream for, the people watching, though. It's not a personal thing. I stream for Hannah because she likes watching YouTube videos and VODs, and she likes having several hour-long things to put on. So every time I finish one of these, she has a new several-day project to re-listen to over and over to go to sleep to and whatnot.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm wondering if I should, relatively speaking, cut my losses here and take the portal back to the gun platform as like a shortcut to get home, or if I should keep exploring this lava area. I've got to remember that though. That's a crazy shortcut. Definitely going to mine these ion cubes though, especially considering I'm probably going to start making ion power cells and batteries. Come on, dig, dig, dig. Call me a dwarf the way I'm digging this hole. Apparently I have a chat rate of 5, 19 views, and 3 concurrent viewers. Although the bit at the top says 4 concurrent viewers, so it's really not that specific. It also says the average view duration is 5 minutes, because the difference between me streaming Subnautica and any other game is I constantly get people joining and leaving, because they get curious and then they're like, yeah, I've already seen this game, and then go. Woo! Yeah, I decided to not explore any further. I'm not going to risk it with the dragon. Unless there was something else outside there, outside of the thermal facility I needed to look at. I might have a peep outside of the facility and then go back home. Also need to somehow make the Mark II depth module, assuming I have that unlocked. Which I doubt I do, but it's always worth a check. Where are you? Oh, I have everything I need to make that. Awesome, because I'm pretty sure I picked up an absolute ton of kyanite when I was drilling. Okay. No, I can come back and go deeper. Awesome. This was a very worthwhile trip. And yeah, it is. I feel like Subnautica is more relaxing to stream than Below Zero, but that's also because I'm a lot more familiar with Subnautica, I would assume. Because stuff like Below Zero, I just have to focus on all the time, and there was always drama and new things I didn't know, whereas here, I know the gist of the story. I know what's gonna happen. I know, I don't need to focus so hard on staying alive constantly. Also, I don't think there is anything here. I think this entire building, or this entire mountain, exists solely for this building, so we're not going to get anything unique here. I'll just need to make an active effort to not repeat the issue I had before where I kept getting stuck on the door. Oh, there's another parrot outside the window. They are really active tonight. Here we go. Still love how the gravity and physics don't change whether you're on land or in water with the prawn suit. And if you hook it on while you're on dry land and walk, it just gives you a crazy speed boost. There we go. I mean, it's not that great in an enclosed space, but if I was on land, it would be. Yeah, speaking of talking about Subnautica, I want to make another Subnautica 2 update video on the latest devlog. But there's just really nothing crazy to talk about that you can't see from just watching the video yourself. Like, there's not too much in the way of background details or Easter eggs or anything interesting there, so I'm kind of so I don't want to make a nothing burger borderline reaction video. I want to have something to contribute, and I just don't think I can contribute anything when I'm talking about this devlog specifically. Could use it as a point to address whatever drama's still going on, but that's kind of lame, and I've made an active point of avoiding that in the public videos. I've had to stop doing the weekly Monday uploads just because of how much stress I've had from my university course. There we go. I'm pretty sure the depth module means I can go basically anywhere except the void at this point. Which is quite nice. I don't think this is the void, is it? It's just quite deep and dark looking. A little part of me is hoping there'll be another time capsule that I can open, but I think I've already stretched my luck with the amount I've found in this playthrough. Yeah. I could get these shale chunks, I guess. So I'm talking. I always default to talking quieter, as if the leviathans can hear me. My ideal route to the Lost River is going through the blood kelp forest. So it's where I have that beacon enabled right there. That's where, at least that's where I always like to go. It's a nice solid entrance. Goes through all the major places in the Lost River. It's relatively safe because you only see maybe one ghost leviathan, and it's usually happy eating other fish, so it doesn't really bother you. Oh. Thought that's gonna latch on and give me a solid little boost. Yeah, I've not had to say hello to the Reaper in the mountains yet, thankfully. I have been very lucky. Also haven't had to deal with the Reaper in the mushrooms yet. I'm so glad I do already know the gist of the story, though. So many people have joined these streams and gone, what point are you up to? Has X or Y thing happened? And it's just been a blatant spoiler of stuff that happens later on in the story. And it's like, yeah, I appreciate that you're asking, but if I hadn't played this before, that would have been a pretty bad spoiler. I do try to label stuff like that explicitly, though. So like my Below Zero playthrough was called Playing Below Zero for the First Time. Pretty boring name for it. Whereas this one's just diving back into, which should imply that I've played it before. I think my favourite part of streaming Subnautica so far was when a bunch of kids joined and one tried to tell me that the islands actually are coded to sync after 500 hours. And then they were like, they were fake laughing in the chat. So they were like, oh, you don't know what's about to happen with the sunbeam. And it's like, I'm not going to say anything. I'll let them have their moment. I'll let them have a little laugh about what they think I don't know. Not trying to be disingenuous or fake a lack of knowledge. I guess they just didn't pick up on the fact that I do know about this game. And here we go, finally back at the base after all that time. Maybe I can finally finish this this base building portion of the stream I've been saying I'm going to do for the entire stream so far.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, first off, that is actually a good thought. I need to put the egg in there, figure out what that is. Gotta check on these, see if any of these are dead. They don't look like they are. Oh, that's already gone through 3 of the marble melons. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one in a mushroom forest. Could be going crazy though, but I could swear there was a reaper in the mushroom forest. Maybe it comes over from the mountains. Also, where's that mesmer? There you are. Hey, little guy. Now, I wish it hypnotized you a little bit. I don't like their exposed brain design. Oh. The game does not like me interacting with them. Look at this diverse little ecosystem I've got. You can't really tell because of how bright the base is, but I tried to pick up a bunch of things that are bioluminescent, so even this stuff lets off a purple light. You just can't see it, because these cast awesome shadows. Probably. In response to that question, I'm probably talking about that. Now, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I can finally turn these into plasteel ingots. Okay, ion. I don't think I particularly need ion batteries yet, but I will keep... Oh no! I'll keep that in mind. I did not mean to make that. Oh, that is such a waste of, Oh, that was such a waste of titanium. Oh, I hate misclicks. I hate misclicks so much. There we go. Yeah, that sounds about right. I've also seen that the Reapers can make their way over from... They can make their way over from the Aurora all the way to the kelp forest? Or like the creepvine forest, because that's relatively speaking close. And that's always really funny, because I see the occasional Reddit post and Subnautica Discord post about that, and they're like, oh my god, there's a Reaper here. And it's like, yeah, that's just a little guy from the back of the Aurora. He don't know no better. Oh, what is going on here? Whoa. Sorry, I'm getting a little update from Hannah about how her shift is going. Sounds stressful, but that is what she gets for being a chef. You're going into a notoriously stressful line of work. Anyway, that's 2 plasteel. 2, that's 4 plasteel. What else do we have? Habitat builder. What does a ladder cost? I assume that's an interior piece. 2 titanium. Okay. I'll empty as much of this garbage as I can, and then start placing these. Actually, I should do the reinforcements.
Calorie intake recommended.
It's... Oh wow! I did not realize there was a growling noise. It must have been too quiet for me to hear most other times. Just realized though that I can't really I can't really get building without adding more reinforcements.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Does it? Does it just make that noise? I thought that was the sound it made when it cooked something, but I'm not seeing another cooked peeper. Oh well, I'm glad they keep breeding. It's my infinite food source. What I'm going to do is build out I'll build out multi-purpose rooms somewhere here, and I will just fill that with as many reinforcements as I can. Because I want to have another double stack here. Maybe I can do it to the side. Yeah, I might do a that might actually work out quite well. I can do the double. Maybe I'll do the double, like, I'll connect it through tubes so I can pick where they go from. Sorry, I'm thinking, my brain thinking. Playing Subnautica. Yeah, they are an awful food source, so I've never really thought about actively doing that. It's kind of funny. That feels a bit mean, to have the multi-purpose room all the way out there not connecting to anything. Sorry, the main issue I have here is that I would love to have the multi-purpose room attached to something, but I don't think there is any way I can place it here and have it do that, because you can't connect to the side of that. That's used for storage. I could do that. I could even pretend... No, there's no T intersection with glass. I was going to say, I could do this. I think this might be the reasonable way to do it, especially since a lot of this is going to be decorative. No, you don't need to connect to that. Can I place like a window or something just to stop it trying to connect to that? I don't think I can, because I don't want it to... Okay, I kind of messed myself up here. I guess I'll just fill up the existing multi-purpose room. I don't know why I'm being so picky. It'd just be so fun to expand it in more ways. At least more ways than this. Reinforcement. Although I did want a window there, but that's fine. Reinforcement. Is that going to be fine? That's probably fine for now. I'm not doing anything too crazy. And then maybe I can start putting more hatches everywhere so I'm not just forced to enter through one or two different spots. There we go. Large living update. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. I do too, actually, which I always forget about. Well, not school. I have my course tomorrow, which I guess is school, but you know, don't worry. I'll make this a little basement area so it goes below the other place. There we go. Anyway, good luck with your stool, as they call it, I believe. Here we go. Time to start turning all of the quartz I collected into glass, and then being disappointed that it turns out I don't have enough quartz for what I ended up wanting to do, because I didn't plan this ahead. Where did I actually put all the quartz? Because I did get a lot of it earlier. There we go. Woo! Let's turn all of this into glass. I'll probably need a ton of glass, so I might actually turn this all into it. I can always get more quartz if I need the quartz itself, which I do actually for storage. I just remembered the large storage units require a single piece of quartz. I'll call that it there, though. Do-do-do. 1, 2, and 3. I'm also slowly dying of dehydration. I'm hoping that a lot of this just makes the base easier to navigate. And yes, I did see that that bioreactor was empty. And yes, goodbye. Good night or good evening for me, because I'm awesome. Use plan to fill that in. There we go. I think I've said before that gel sacks are the best source of food. I just can't properly farm them yet, which is mildly frustrating. Or at least I can, but it's just really inconvenient to have to go outside and go back in again unless I have some form of dedicated connector. Now I'm going to put the ladder down here. What am I missing? Titanium. kind of ironic given that was the main focus of everything I was building, or everything I was collecting. That's okay though. I'll also replace this corridor the way I wanted to. Oh, wait, deacons. Oh, okay, this is going to be the attached component, I think, that it's being picky about. There we go. I wish you could do glass floors. Glass floors would be really cool. It's a shame you can only do the ceilings. I'd love to see between levels. And ideally, a better way of traversing between them. I really enjoy special systems of traversion. Here we go. I assume it'll allow me to rebuild this. Yeah. So that took one whole strength away. What's this going to take away? -2. Awesome. It almost nullifies all of the reinforcements I put in, making my base more ugly in a way I don't want. Anyway, time to start, time to pick up more titanium and then start working on this interior stuff. Because like with Below Zero, I want to make use of walls. And walls use titanium. A lot of it. Woo, there we go. That's probably enough, I think, maybe. And I want to get, like, the storage room done and all that stuff. I also think I should have another glass entrance, like, there, maybe. I don't know how that connects or if it even does. Yeah, I mention it a lot. I'm sorry. I try to trap making references like that in my brain, but they breach containment sometimes. There we go. May as well. I don't think anyone's going to care too much, and the anyone being me, that there's a ladder there. Oh yeah, Godot 4.5 came out. Still doesn't have texture streaming. We love a lack of texture and asset streaming. Here we go. Now, I'm going to have my storage room over here, so I'm going to start with a nice little wall piece here. Another one there. Another one there. Man, this is using so much titanium. Fine. Keep building along, so I want lots of storage space. There you go. This is the boring part of the stream I was talking about before. Where I just want to do some nice, nice base building. Work on what I have. That's why I put so much time into getting all of this titanium before. Always forget these are interior pieces. There we go. Let's build a little separate room here. I don't know why it's so fussy with the, you know, with how it lets it be placed, but that's alright, I guess. I'm gonna start moving stuff, I think. Stuff like the ugly modification station here. And as I said, I also need to add more entrances and figure out if I can make this place a bit less maze-like. I just think that might be impossible, seeing as how, you know, I used a scanner room as the base for this whole thing. The base for this whole thing. There we go. What? Slowly but surely getting established. We'll put a bin over here. Bat. And then I want to put down a little bench here. Maybe I can put down like Markiplier or something on it. Actually, no. I already have the car, I think, and the little vase that I can put down. I'm almost tempted to take this research stuff and put the car and the hat down in the bedroom, though. I think that would make a little bit more sense in the context of, you know, this being a home and trying to separate areas into different rooms. Ugh, I keep trying to turn my camera and it pulls it back. Yeah, I'm going to deconstruct this. There we go. Put down toy car here. I'll actually leave this window clear. That'll probably look a little bit nicer, at least in the context of it being a bedroom, to actually be able to look out of the window. Because I love those port views, especially in like ships, submarines, all that stuff. Love being able to look out there. There we go. Little microscope, you go there. Little sample flask, you go there. And sample analyzer, you go there. It's a shame they... It's kind of funny how they put non-functional, but the large sample flask, that's functional. Sure, why not? There we go. I think I need to have coral to build more of these. This I could do, but it's a bit expensive. I'm doing some thinking. I do have some titanium. I'll need to pick up more. I like putting the stuff that I get from the med kits away in the corner where I don't have to worry about them. Also, they changed them to green in this game, didn't they? So I'll do that here. I forgot to add a door. Oh, and it needs 1 quartz. Of course it needs quartz. All the walking. It'd be nice if you could remotely access base storage and just build from the stuff that's around you. But that's okay. I know it wasn't meant to be. There we go. And now, how many of these can I fit in? I need to get a ton of quartz and a ton of titanium. I can probably fit a fair few around the room. It mainly depends on my titanium and quartz supplies, which I thought were plentiful, but I think that might actually be it. Yeah, I'm gonna set the scanner to start scanning for more quartz. But in the meantime, I can place some of them. How many can I do? 4. I can do 4 lockers. That's something. It's better than nothing. I can also do the wall-mounted ones, I guess. Trying to think. I wanna. Oh, I could line them. I could line them up with the panels. I kind of like the idea of lining them up with the panels, even though that takes a little bit more time and effort. There we go. I won't be able to... no, actually, there's a... I wanted to put like 3 in a row, but I'm actually missing one to go here, so it'll end up being mildly frustrating. I'll leave a little gap between them. These will be some kind of storage. I'll work it out. I'll figure out the specifics at a later date. I'll also put one here to keep with the whole, you know, putting it in front of the wall panel system. I'd like to also put a planter or something, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to both put these down and fit a wall planter on. But I haven't unlocked them anyway, so I guess it was kind of pointless for me to think about that. Wall locker, here we go. Do I want to do that? No. I don't know. Again, I like the idea of having everything lined up, but it's kind of a dumb thing to try and do when you're in a game like Subnautica. There we go. Oh, 1 titanium short. I'm just hoping I can finally have a base I can be proud of, because I did the base tour at the end of the Below Zero playthrough and it kind of just ended. Like, there was nothing really to show off. It was like, yeah, here it is, all done, bye. And I want to actually have something that's walkable. Like, hypothetically, if there were world downloads or saves, I could be proud. And not hiccup. Not hiccuping would be a nice bonus. Apparently there's tasty quartz right here. That seems like it'll be down here. Hey. I'm sorry. Hannah hates it when I do that. She gets so sad. I have a degree of sympathy for virtual animals, but not as anywhere near as much as I do for real animals, because, you know, these are literally just pixels on a screen. So I kill them. It is kind of hilarious when there's so many of them at once, though. Oh, come on. There's no way you knew I was coming. Your eye was shut and you were sleeping. Also, why is your eye open if you're cooked? Yeah, I guess shouldn't think about it too hard. There's a lot of things you don't really want to think about in this game. Bit bop bap. Now you can. Still not sure what to do about the power crisis. I think what I could do is build a thermal plant, because there's the little thing that blows up relatively close to my base. But my concern there is just, it seems like a lot of resources to invest when I'm worried I won't even be at the base much longer. Although, I guess it could be nice to do for peace of mind to not have to worry about the power level constantly dropping anymore. Yeah, I've won myself over. I'm gonna place a, probably gonna place a thermal plant here. It would be rather nice. It would be so awesome, it would be so cool. It'd be the most incredible thermal plant the world has ever seen. No. Having to constantly wiggle side and side to try and determine how far away everything is. Oh! There we go. Did not quite get all of them that time. Also, how did that one blow up? Unless that was a different one that blew up. That didn't feel like it should have hit me. I thought I'd already killed it when that explosion happened. That's okay. Maybe I'm just silly. Also, that looks like an exit. There we are. I love the Sea Glide. I don't know why so many people diss the Sea Glide map thing. Also, Squatty, why do you listen to so many of my streams? Why do you pop in at random? Confirming that you are indeed lurking 9 times out of 10. What I should probably do is see if I can attach something more important to these big rooms over here, so I have more of a reason to go through. Okay, background noise. Yeah, that's the reason the majority of people watch my streams. I think it's a weird decision to pick me specifically, but whatever boats your float. Here we go. Blind me. No water yet. Now, of course it's dead. These reactors just need non-stop maintenance. There we go. Especially now we're in nighttime. We don't have all the solar panels backing us up. That egg hasn't hatched yet, so I might sleep through the night just so I can maybe see what it is when I wake up. Water time. Always stay hydrated. If I had a hydration counter on my streams, this one would be depressing. I've only had like 2 sips of water. Oh, there we go. There's the water I wanted. It's annoying because I'm struggling with power, and it means I probably need more of these filtration machines. But on the other hand, I'm struggling to even keep up with, with the one. Power levels constantly dropping. Anyway, let's go here. Let's go here. I want to do 3, so... 1. Oh, forgot to get the titanium. Also, does this... No, I was going to say, is it gaslighting me, but I'm pretty sure this is all... Yeah, I mean, solar panels are great, but I want to be able to... I want to be immune to nighttime. That's why I really want to get the thermal plant set up. I'm just painfully aware that every bit of progress I make is a step towards making the Cyclops, which is a step towards probably never using this base again. It's kind of a shame, because I feel like I am pretty close to ending the game. I don't know. I think what my night is probably looking like it'll be, because it's I started streaming relatively early, is I'm hoping to finish this stream. I've already made the graphics for my latest assignment that's due in 2 days. I did all the filming today, so I might actually work on CBR. Because I think the main thing I wanted to do was like a big thing just to have in the update was to overhaul or redo the... Was it 432, 347? God, that shows how long it's been when I'm struggling with the SCP numbers, but the temporary containment chamber where the bug would normally be. 372. I wanted to redo that one because that's an absolute nightmare of nodes that causes pretty severe lag spikes every time it loads in, and I feel very responsible for that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Plus, you know, trying to keep up with the whole update on the 1st of every month needs something to go in beyond just thing tweets. Hey, little guy. Is it going to get lava on its back when it becomes an adult, or did I just hatch a lavaless lava lizard? Who knows? I'm happy regardless. I need to re-listen to the devlog to see if I can make out more of the music, because they said the latest Subnautica 2 devlog used music from the new OST. There's not much else to look at though. I got out the camera to record the initial reactions, and there's just nothing really on top of what was said here. Still waiting for the lag to happen from these pings being on my screen. Should also probably label these, but each label uses like 2 copper. Whoops. So if I do end up labeling this, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. There we go, we'll do a little gap between these ones. Is that about the same? Yeah, it's about even, I think. Yeah. Seems good enough. I'll do the same... oh, no, I didn't want to open it. I wanted to finish this locker. I'm just checking if I have enough materials to do the same on this side as well. So you're here, so you're about there. There we go. I'm just kind of tired of never having enough storage for things. And this should hopefully solve that. There we go. And one more locker here. I want to do the little floating solution. I'm always a fan of having like the lockers floating in the middle, but won't be too picky regardless. Yeah, I'll place these here. I'll have a little gap. How much copper? I feel like I'm going to need an absolute, like a scary amount of copper to label all this. Because this will be a minimum of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. I don't know if I counted that, but 24. That's at least 24 copper. But I do have the prawn suit now, so I can actually go out and mine that stuff. It's a shame there's no outcrops on the scanner, because that would be really convenient to go straight to. I'll double check. Unless I want to get more metal salvage. I might be in outcrop mode. Outcrop mode? I think I might be in an outcrop mood to go out and see what I can drill with my prawn suit for once. I see plain titanium, but I'm pretty sure that's from when I died and it clipped through the bottom of the ground. Did I make the Mark II? Oh boy, you bet I didn't. I have absolutely awful memory. As you know, which is probably why you said that. What are you working on? What are you using me as background noise for? Oh yeah, that'll explain it. I never even picked up the kyanite or the ion cubes. I hope I have enough lithium left after all the plasteel and reinforcements I did. What is the base on? 10.2. That's pretty decent. Let's get the lithium. I actually ended up using all of the titanium on buildings, so I'm going to have to go out and get scrap anyway. That's kind of silly. But yeah, I'm going to do the Mark II, and then I can go, maybe, I don't know. Lost River seems like a decent place to go because it has all of the outcrops, but it's also quite far, so I'm not even sure if it's worth the travel to get those titanium outcrops. But regardless of any of that... unknown egg? Oh, that's an unknown creature egg. Surprised I didn't get the one right under my base. Oh yeah, always to try and optimize. That is true. I'm hoping by going through and redoing the setups in each of the rooms and making them a bit less random. Like, instead of relying on it being completely random, I just have a few maybe slightly random elements. I'm hoping that'll improve performance a lot, just on my part, because I can't really touch the code stuff. because it is definitely those SCP rooms that are causing the gigantic lag spikes whenever they spawn in. I saw a bubble go up. Where's the brain coral for that one? Gonna need a replay on that. Future me watching this VOD with Hannah, can we get a replay on that? But yes, good luck with walking the dogs. They might deserve it. Foul creatures. I was hoping to charge up my builder tool while I was getting this titanium, but I forgot how slowly I moved without the sea glide equipped constantly. No, oh wait, no. I was going to say the copper's going to be the hardest part of this, but then I remembered that I'm going out explicitly to mine nodes. Also, this feels like it exists purely to screw players over. But anyway, I forgot that I'm going to be going out with the prawn suit just to mine stuff like that, or drill it, so I should be completely set. Where's all the titanium that was coming up? I guess I could just scan, this for the bonus. There we go, that's technically enough, call it a day. And I think for now, since I don't really have the charging thing to go into the prawn suit, I'll just make a bonus storage upgrade. Oh no, the storage upgrade is going to use titanium, isn't it? Probably, so I guess I have to go back here and scour the floor again anyway. I think one of the stalkers has its home point set near here. But I'm probably going crazy because I'm not seeing any. Yeah, there's no metal salvage dropped here. Could waste more of my battery on scanning it, but I'm not in the mood to do that. Lots of quartz though. I feel like I always find the stuff I will want in the future or need it earlier whenever I'm looking for something else, and it's r/mildly infuriating. Here we go. Here we go. This should, there we go, metal salvage. I'm painfully aware that it's slowly getting harder and harder to find as I play more and build more, especially with the sheer amount of rooms, large rooms I've been making. I'm kind of worried for what happens when I run out. Anyway, let's head back. Finally get to use the air bladder again so I can refill my oxygen without drowning. 2 hours, decent length stream. It's weird, the 5-hour stream kind of changed my perspective on the length of time I could stream for. Because now, 2 hours seemed like a lot before, 2 to 3 was like enough for the whole thing, but now it's like, I guess just 2 hours. Especially if I'm only going to do one stream a week a lot of the time. I almost feel like I owe it to the few people who actually like watching these to do these longer to make up for the waits between. Like, about the equivalent of half an hour a day, so to make up for this it'd be like 4 hours. Yeah, so the 5-hour stream would have covered the time between here and there. But if I was taking a 6-day break, I would need to have a 3-hour stream, stuff like that, for example. Anyway, back to titanium you go. General... Oh yeah, also need to take out the depth module so I can actually upgrade that and get the extra lithium. Back. There we go. These are all slowly running out again. I might need to genuinely just invest time into getting a little gel sack farm set up that I can easily access, because it's becoming a significant pain to have to constantly refill those. I'll just see if I can place like a hatch somewhere useful and then have a grow bed right underneath it. Ideally with enough gel sacks to fill the entire base. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm slowly moving over to this area, aren't I? So upgrade's going to be here. There we go. Depth module Mark II. All set. And then I'll go drop off the extra titanium, so I don't need to worry about that taking up my storage space. Let's see, for this one, I'll eat first. I don't think I need the blue key, but I'll take it with me. It might be worth me making an extra purple key. Yeah, I think I'm going to make an extra purple key. Especially now I have all of the extra... Because I picked up diamonds intentionally to make that, and I got all the extra ion cubes from exploring that place. There we go, so that should be enough for a purple one. I didn't realize they all needed their own unique keys. That's kind of neat. I'll probably make an extra blue key as well. Not that I'm gonna necessarily need it. There we go. And do I have ion? No. Always need to take ion cubes with me just to be safe in case there's something that needs activating. Yeah, I'll take 3 with me this time. Because now I have the excess storage upgrade as well for the prawn suit. I really won't be using it that much. There we go, 3 cuttlefish. This is awesome. They're all living happily together. Really curious to know what that other egg is, though. The one that's been right under my base the whole time. That I've somehow never noticed. There you go. Stop with all the loud chewing. You don't need to chew that loudly. Gonna be Betty buys. And then maybe the egg will hatch before I go. I always get a little bit sad when I see the new creature discovered or like X or Y thing discovered and I'm way too far away to actually see it. I've also been talking to Hannah about maybe her streaming. Because I'm interested in the types of games she plays. Anyway. Come on, little guy. You can hatch. Do they start pulsing or something? They get like a special animation when they're nearly grown. I don't know. But I will keep picking up eggs as I go. The scanner room can look for them, which is kind of neat. I guess I just don't really need to, because as I've said, I'm pretty sure they're all going to be repeats, especially this close. But who knows? Let's do depth module. There we go. And then storage. You know what? Just because I'm about to do a big one, a big expedition, I'm gonna set this up to scan. Is that the creature egg in my own base? Is that one that's telling me there's a creature egg right there? No, I'm not. It takes too much time to scan, and I can't sleep to skip through the whole, you know, getting like the first 10 enabled. Time to go back, get titanium, quartz, and whatever the flip else. I think since I'm going to be starting to add like decorations and maybe more water filtration machines, I should probably focus on getting silver and gold, but not too much of a problem. Okay, time to go back to the signal. There we are. Hey, Stinky. Oh yeah, I don't have a gasopod egg. Maybe. I thought I did. I probably have a gasopod egg, and I've just forgotten. There you go. Don't know what that was popping in. I assume it's a piece of scrap or something. No, I was going to go to the island that's there and then take the portal down, but kind of mixed on it. Because it would take me straight down to the bottom, but I think the Lost River has a ton of resources that I want. So it'd be kind of silly for me to skip, you know, the main area for getting the resources on the way there. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's literally the embodiment of that. Also, I've probably said this before, but these islands really give me classic Half-Life Zen vibes. With the little cheese hole textures they have on everything. Swiss cheese texture. It probably is like a type of spongy stone that exists in real life that they've referenced for it, but all I can ever think of is Zen. There we go, see how long I can make these thrusters last, especially since, unlike below zero, it doesn't use up thrust to just move forward. Although, on the other hand, we do sacrifice the ability to sprint, so who's laughing, really? Oh, how'd they manage to get a bite? I thought I was moving quite quickly. These guys aren't nice. What? Down we go. Knowing my luck, this will finally be the time I encounter the Leviathan face on, just swimming. Or not. Didn't want to jinx it, but I do feel like we haven't seen it for quite some time, and I thought it was meant to prowl this entrance. Gotta switch out the repair tool though. And if I swim in a circle, I won't use so much power. I guess it's decided to leave here alone for now. Are you copper? Oh yeah, that's right. I needed a ton of copper. I remember now, because I wanted to do all the dumb labels everywhere. Oh, they're not really dumb, but I did want to have labels everywhere, so I can start signposting the base and label the storage and stuff like that. I just can't figure out what to lock onto. Gotta love waiting for the drill to do its thing. And popper. There you go. How much of my storage did that even fill up? Uh-oh. Oh no, that was blood kelp. I thought that was a reaper for some reason. Decent amount of storage, but I can probably take a few more nodes. Awesome. There you go, and I managed to get away before it got excited and set off an EMP. Is it an EMP? I assume it technically is, but I thought EMPs like fried everything. As opposed to, you know, just temporarily disabling it. You know, maybe I can call this the copper trip. Oh, it's in the ground. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was wondering why I was hearing a ghost Leviathan. You know, this is my first encounter with you in a while. And that was kind of lame. I don't really need silver yet. Although it is good to know that I can come here to get more of it. Let's get this lovely little speed boost done. It's because there's only collisions on the terrain that are really close to you, and it causes a lot of issues with Leviathans just completely ignoring the world around them and popping out. There you go. Here's some titanium. Maybe I should just call this a titanium and copper run and go back, drop this stuff off, and then take the portal. Because then I'll get all the deeper stuff that I need, maybe. Also need to repair this a little bit. Gotta keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. I'm waiting for the power to go to 50%, by the way. There we go. I'm not actually sure if these are all the same size and they just drop random amounts or what's happening. But should take maybe 3 of these to fill up storage, I assume. But you know they say, when you assume, you make an assumption. There's really no way for this to make this more interesting for me. There we go. So. Yeah, we have room for the one more copper. I'll return and take the portal. That does seem like the best bet, I think. The only annoying parts that I need to remember to... itchy. Moving in my chair. I need to remember I have to go all the way around the island, I think. I don't need plumbum for anything. Lead is what I don't need. Decent amount of copper here, but I think I can ignore it in favor of not being eaten by a ghost Leviathan. I'll just get this one. There we go. My favourite thing is when OBS, for streaming, decides to use the same threads as the game, so streaming lags out the game because it overloads those specific threads. As if I don't have like a 32 as if I don't have like a 32-thread CPU that can very easily share the load. I assume I can take all this, and if I can't, I can pick up the extras that drop. Fingers crossed. The whole thing? Well, that does seem like the whole node's been destroyed, and I have one slot free, so yeah. Let's do what I said. I thought sea crowns were meant to be rare, but I'm seeing a lot of these things. I would love to have more solidly written and expanded on with like art versions of the descriptions of the ecosystem and how they worked and bits of the planet before they got impacted by the Aurora landing. Because there's so much stuff about how, you know, the sea dragon came up and different things fared, and I don't know, it just seems really neat, and we never really get any elaboration on that. Sorry, I was ready to go, and then I saw the gold, and I was like, I never pick up gold. I'm more likely to grab silver, but never gold. So I should do that now. Although silver might be the one I need to look out for, because I wanted to do like a medkit fabricator and a standard fabricator. So maybe I do actually need silver more. Regardless, maybe I'll bump into some along the way. I just wanted to grab this. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. Engine efficiency model, module. Please make drilling faster. It's always been on my wish list. Again, I know in real life it'd take a long time to drill things. They're short attention span. That sounded like the noise it makes when it gets interested in something, but I don't see anything going towards me, so couldn't have been me doing that. Maybe there's silver in here, although I'm mostly seeing uranite and gold, so maybe that is misplaced. There we go. Up, up, up. I do hear the warper following me. I would have had problems in the last stream with the warper if I'd slowed down a bit, but thankfully I didn't, and it never ended up quite catching up to me. There we go. And up, up, up. Oh, this seems like a ledge I can maybe reach over. I don't even know what I'm looking for down deep, honestly. All I know is that I've got probably some of the amount of copper I need for all of the signs I'm going to be putting up. And I should also explore deeper, because it said there was another facility at 1,400 meters, and I finally have the depth upgrade to go all the way down. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out where I should hook onto for like the best momentum to try and slingshot over the top. I think that was it. I'm getting into the calm, quieter portion of the stream where I start to relax and settle into things. And I'm getting into my routine. I figured out what it is I'm going to do. I have a task and I'm going to achieve it. Woo. Again, though, I do wish there was a slightly faster way to get around, but not complaining too much, I don't think. I wonder if I even... I really want to make a Cyclops. I'm definitely going to make a Cyclops so I can say that I've, you know, fully completed the game, but I almost feel like I'm missing the whole Cyclops element of the game. Because I unlocked it, I unlocked the Cyclops before I even had the multi-purpose room, and yet I haven't touched it. There we go. And also when I get back I'm going to set the scanner to look for creature eggs just in case anything comes up maybe. Depends on how much time I think I'm going to spend in the base though. Hello, Coral Chew. What? I do think the prawn suit is just the fastest way to travel, full stop. I get the Cyclops is meant to be more convenient for like longer term travel, but there's part of me it's like, really? Is it? Because if I get a
Welcome aboard,
If I get a
Captain.
thermal module for the prawn and I remember to stock up on water, I am just set. Anyway though, I'll fill up the rest of this storage with copper. There's more water being ready for me. That's always a lovely sound to hear. Yeah, and this is why I want to work on that storage room to get all that stuff done properly. What happened to the camera there? The whole player's head just twisted downwards. That's okay. I am also letting the bioreactors run out because I don't need to fill them up all the time, especially when they're not actively being used. Shouldn't have gone this way. I was going to pick up more stuff from the prawn suit. Whoa, there we go. I'm glad it wasn't going to take more than 2 trips, just the one from the prawn and back. It'd be kind of tiring to have to do that repeatedly. You okay, little guy? I still want to do that person's suggestion of just getting the stuff for a solar panel in a scanner room and just randomly building them around the map. Because I can probably scan for time capsules that way and get even more of them. I feel like I haven't found enough. But at the same time, I understand that they do give you free stuff, so it would be very overpowered if you didn't. Oh, what hatched? Was the stalker new? I don't think the stalker was new. But that egg has... Oh, no, it hasn't. Never mind, it got pushed around. I'm just blind. Oh. Almost had me there. I almost got excited. Please hatch soon. Maybe if I can skip the night, it'll grow. As I said, I just hate when they hatch and I'm not around to see it. I want to see it again. Come on, skip. Gasopod! There we go. That's what that was. Shocked I didn't get one earlier on in the game, considering I literally built a base around them and have been poisoned by them repeatedly. Hey, little guy. Ah, they're so cute. I love this aquarium. If it gets full, I will genuinely just add a 3rd large room on top and expand the aquarium vertically even more. I won't even use the floor for anything, I'll just put, like, reinforcements on it. I do not know. Anyway, time to return through the portal to go back and do some more deep sea drilling. Also, because I kind of don't want to have to refill this all the time, I am just going to drop some lantern fruit in there. I mean, it's something, you know? It does a little bit. Should probably have more water, but I'm afraid of bathroom breaks, because those are often streams like this. Just to say goodbye and leave the stream running with nothing. It also gives me more to cut out after, when the final thing goes up. Because I like cutting out any loading periods I have where I'm not talking, things like that. So when people watch the VOD, they don't just have to sit through 10 hours of stream starting soon. I don't get the whole stream starting soon thing unless you're actually doing a major event or something. Most of the stream starting soon screens I've seen run for like 15 plus minutes. And even the 10-minute ones feel egregious. I know it's to let people filter in so they don't miss stuff, but it's like, I don't know. If they didn't have a notification set for it, I feel like they were gonna... I feel like that should have been enough. But here we are, island load. I wonder what shape the clouds are. I feel like that's just going to be a sphere, but they do have a distinctly islandy sort of shape. Don't know what that was. That was a very crunchy, low quality sound, but I'm assuming it was going to be some sort of ominous creaking from the mushroom forest or something. Here we are. Lovely little, completely empty looking island with nothing but rock. Whoop. There we go. Hello, Cyclops fragments, and all the details finally popping in. Oh, thank goodness. Just gotta roughly remember where the portal is, because I know how to get to it from the moon pole, but not from here. It can't be that complicated though. This is a pretty small building, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it can't be that hard. Whoop. I guess there is also the potential for it to force you to use an elevator to get down to where the portal is, and I don't know if the prawn suit can use that, but... well, technically I'm using it. Yeah, I think that counts. I just used it. It's compatible. I saw a really funny bug someone posted where one of these bases flooded with water, and that seems really fun. And I don't know how they possibly managed that. Anyway, I think the portal I want is here. If I had to guess. Yeah, this is it. Well, and away we go. Here we are. Awesome. Lovely little shortcut. Love that thing. The only thing I really need to worry about is the fact that there's a sea dragon right outside. Yeah, there it is, announcing itself. What a loud little creature. I think this is the proper exit that I want to take. Maybe I could even go further in, since I do have the depth module. As I said though, I'm scared of making too much story progress because I want to have the time to like flesh out the Cyclops, make the base all pretty, you know, all that stuff. And this will just say lava lizard egg now, right? Instead of unknown. Yeah. I love that it does that. It's a nice little indicator to tell you that you've already unlocked it and you don't need to worry about picking it up. Oh, this place is such a maze. Almost makes you wish these things had a built-in map. Ah, there you go. That looks like the entrance though, so... all that being said, I guess I didn't need a map. I am just particularly worried that it's going to be right there. I'm not seeing it. I'm suspicious that it locks onto you through everything. Because I could swear I've been like fully out of sight for what I would expect, and it still just locked straight onto me and followed me through everything. Again, I could be wrong and I could be going crazy, but it really feels like it just ignores all terrain for its targeting. So do I need the do I need that crystalline sulfur for anything? It seems important, and I feel like I saw a recipe that requires it, but I can't think of what that would be. Also, this is a very scary. Oh, I'm gonna have a look down here. This is a scary place to be though, because if the sea dragon comes, I'm basically dead. Is anything down here? Now, do one of these lead off to something? I see a little bit of magnetite, but again, I'm having a similar feeling to when I was in that crater and there was nothing, but it felt like there should have been something because craters are such, you know, such important landmarks. Although maybe that is it. Maybe they literally only exist to be landmarks. Oh no, this looks like something. This doesn't just look like something, this is something. What's that? Is that salt? It's kind of hilarious. That means some of it's either clipped through the bottom or might have even rolled down this hill. Assuming that is it, because I've never seen gold and titanium just spawn like that, and this is right under my base. That seems way too convenient. Also, am I fine? I think I'm fine. Temperature's getting high. Oh, there's a warper there, but... I think I'm fine to go across this.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
Now, you're not really helping me with that flashing in my eyes, but yeah. Well, I know that this place is definitely going to be the thumbnail of this stream to go up after. I almost forgot I need to pick a stream thumbnail. have been trying to take everything slow, but there's like a lot of me that just wants to explore and see all this cool stuff. I have scanned you, right? No, I haven't. Okay, well that's that makes sense. I guess I wouldn't have taken the time to appreciate them that much. Also, it looks like 70 degrees is definitely past my my suit's heat resistance. Am I fine to just like scoot around? I assume I'm fine to just launch myself like this and I won't get any major resistance. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I remember there was a Wasabi 1 over there, I think. Definitely not in the game now. Stream thumbnail. That was a bit too low down, I think. I'm waiting for the pop-up to go away. Stream thumbnail. There we go. That'll be the one for today, I think. It's a very cool looking thing. Unless YouTube does a YouTube and compresses it to death again. Did I even bring enough keys for something like this? I'm not sure if I did. I'm also going to save because I've seen so many people complain about prawn suits clipping through floors when sitting. No, I think we might be fine. Reactive lighting. Hey little guy, or I guess big guy.
Translating local alien broadcast. Warning, vaccine development program terminated. Emperor egg hatching project terminated. Live specimens terminated. Evacuate immediately.
Oh, that's something. Let's give this a read. According to Translator Darkness, indigenous species found enzyme 42, which inhibited symptoms of the Kara bacterial infection in other indigenous organisms. Blah blah blah. Quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were seized. All attempts to develop it have been unsuccessful. And that also said I unlocked a new blueprint, which will probably be somewhere here. An unusual doll. And there's also one more that I'm missing. Somewhere. Huh. I wonder what that missing blueprint is. I must be blind. Oh, it's the blue tablet I unlocked before. There we go. Why did that say new blueprint unlocked or whatever then? I was acting like I got something new. Maybe I misheard it. Like adding PDA to a databank, as they say. Oh, hello. Is it alive? That doesn't look very alive. Yeah, it's just a fetus. Oh, that's literally from my perspective. Found preserved in a safe. Is it edible though? PDA not telling me if edible. If not edible, why crunchy? Yeah, why crunchy if not edible? Have I already... I must have already scanned... Oh no. I was going to say I must have already scanned an egg fragment, but I guess it's just picky with how I scan it. Shell casing is formed thick layers of carbon composite. Blah blah blah. Time pressure may have forced them to cut it open. Okie dokie. So that's just where they stole that little guy from. Is there anything else here, or is this entire room just for this one little guy and its egg? I think that might be why it's here. Also, I've not really seen triangles like this integrated into precursor stuff before. That's kind of neat.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I think I've said before, but I love the visual design of all of the precursor stuff in Subnautica so far. Everything's so pretty and dusty looking. I'm not going to read these, but I am going to scan them for the sake of completion. Or at least so I can read through them in my own time. I want to go back to Subnautica Below Zero and touch up little things that I feel like I missed. Or didn't do well enough on. So, you know, it'll probably be a similar situation to that. Oh, hello, Ion Cube Fabricator. Device appears to... Yep. Well, that's another of those very short 1 or 2 sentence things. I like how this looks like a version of the tablets that are used in the game. Is it? Similarities may have served a similar Hers thus kept here as a former legacy sport. Oh, that's cool. So we get to see like an old version of what is potentially a precursor, a tablet before they got as fancy as they are now. That's kind of neat. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Self-scan, anything new? No. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, I haven't scanned that before. I don't know why it was stopping me. And Ancient Blade. Can't say I didn't miss anything. That guy's so silly walking on its side. Okay, back to the prawn suit. I'm going to have a look in all the different rooms, but I don't think the rooms are going to have anything of particular interest. Who knows? I assume they're all going to be portal rooms, or at least mostly. Oh, this is one I can activate. I did bring a few ion cubes. I have 3 ion cubes for this reason. And I forgot there's an absolutely giant one in the middle that I can activate, so... I'm not going to go through any of these yet, just because that takes a lot of time to explore, and I'll want to set up like beacons at each one, I think. And start trying to figure out where everything is relative to everything else. What's here? Another lab. Awesome. Maybe we'll get more new stuff from here.
Appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
See, why not let people in Subnautica do this? I guess it's a way of showing you what to keep an eye out for, but I wish I could build up collections like this in my base.
Integrating new PDA data.
I love these images. They're literally just screenshots very clearly taken by developers in the game. Anyway, produces enzyme 42, which is what we need to inhibit the Kra. Okay, so I think this is literally just an egg gallery. So if I want to like remember what to keep an eye out for, I can do that. It's nothing scannable. Still, it is neat. I appreciate that they're doing that. Oh, there's crab. Ah, I need to go back to the caves to get a crab snake egg. I think they're crab snakes. That's kind of neat. So they look kind of squishy. So I assume I think it's shark eggs that are flexible. And it looks really weird because like why the flip is an egg flexible and squishy. I think they are, because they look kind of like seaweed. They're layered but flexible, and they give in if you push. I could not imagine not only laying an egg, but having the egg I lay be spiky and squishy. Poor sharks. Honestly, we need to reverse the roles of sharks and dolphins in society. Although I assume this is a thing that everyone's already heard about and knows about, similar to how pigeons were domesticated and then abandoned. Come on, let's get some of this stuff. Actually get enough cubes to activate all the gates, because I did not bring enough with me. What is that telling me? Yeah. Yap, yap. My phone is yapping all the time. There we go. And then I'll step away from this and I'll take some of the ion cubes out, if at all. Very nice. More ion cubes for me, I assume. In however much time it takes to do that. Oh no! Oh well, goodbye little robot. I completely forgot that the prawn suit just obliterates stuff if it's moving too fast. Does this light up? No, it's just flat paneling. Oh, that's a shame. More teleporters. I assume these are all going to go to key points around the map, so once I get the beacon set up, I'll have entrances and a little hub to go anywhere. If I can build it in here, I think that would be particularly useful. Can I at least do signs or anything? No! Oh, that's really annoying. Because if I could put like a base piece or something here, then I could have habitats related to what's on the other side with little signs up. But it doesn't look like it would let me do that. Can I do that anywhere in here, or is it all locked off? Oh, it's all protected. That's really sad. I mean, I kind of guess it, but I almost feel like the player should have the freedom to build wherever they want in places like this. PDA, speak! Nope, PDA don't have anything to say about this room. Cool pipes though. This is a funny aquarium. It's not a very good aquarium. There's no fish in there. Hello, inflow pipe. No, these are all lame. These aquariums are lame. If I was taken to an aquarium and they just had plants put in them, I'd be so disappointed. I'm there for the cool fish. What is flying to and from the primary containment facility? Inflow, blah blah blah, outflow, oxygen deprived waters being flooded from the system, recycled back to the surface. Cool. Good to know. Are there stairs to go down? I don't want to just jump. That looks like a ramp down there. What was that? Outflow pipe. Ah, there we go. I wasn't seeing it because it's quite dark. Another very obvious developer screenshot, thank you. Enzyme host peepers, leaving. Okay, cool. So this is just the bit that pumps them all out to the various vents that they appear from around the world. Good to know. Assuming this'll have the way down, maybe. How do I get down? Because that very much looked like there's a ramp down there. I must be missing like the most obvious... Yeah, here we go. I was going to say I must be missing the most obvious walkway in the world. And here it is. Here's the most obvious walkway in the world. Whee! I might use the next Subnautica 2 devlog as just an excuse to talk about the game. Is this anything? This looks like a placeholder still. But that's alright. I'm assuming that rather than being for fish, these are supposed to represent all of the biomes that you can find a vent in. Maybe. Kind of a shame that you can't find anything down here though. I thought there'd be at least like one little scannable thing. Not just a big empty room. And a tube that is clipping into the wall a little bit. Unknown worlds, please fix. And now for the long painful walk back up. For nothing. Don't know why I bothered. Ooh. Getting a little bit late. Now it has turned to 8. I might make pizza. Oh, I can't make pizza tonight. I don't have cheese. I was excited to make pizza because I finally got green olives. And it's been a long time since I've had olives on pizza. Do I have a key for this? Yes, I yabba dabba do. Am I gonna get PDA gonna say anything? No. This was present in Below Zero 2, going from the decent looking standard precursor stuff to the overly reflective stuff where it looks like they finally remembered to set up the reflection maps. It's always kind of silly. Can I get up there? I assume I can't. I assume this is just a one-way trip. I'm not sure if I want to go in there. Also, that looks like the old version of Subnautica's water. Oh. Oh, we're getting all the black squares. Oh, that's so silly. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to. Do I have anything? I have a key and 3 tablets. I wanted to do base building. I guess there's no harm in hopping in. Oh, I'm forced to stay on the platform. Oh, hey. I want to scan you.
To play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it, as they did.
I'm assuming I'm not intended to scan you. They're a cool little place.
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
What I find kind of funny, don't mind me yawning again, getting later, is because they use the 2D or cutouts for the grass, and because this room looks so empty, it kind of reminds me of a room for fish. Hello, big guy. I assume I've scanned all these people. If they're passive, then that is a very good opportunity. I don't think you missed anything in particular. I got a full prawn suit of copper and titanium. And then I came down here because I was like, hey, I'm here, why not? And then I wasn't going to go in here, but then I was staring at it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go in here. And then I went in here and now I'm here.
Life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions.
Oh,
Other
the
life
PDA
forms
won't stop
fertilizing and
talking though.
pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Everything's friendly. There's a lot of plants there's a lot of animals here. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit weird. It just won't stop talking. I'm just having a little look around. All this cool stuff. I like how they're swarming the light. I assume that's unintentional. But it's kind of cute seeing the fish swarming the light. Wow. Can I hook onto this? Give me a little vertical boost. Yeah. Maybe I can even... Oh no, the ceiling's a lot further away than it looks. I was going to say maybe I can hook onto the ceiling and give myself another boost. Hello, singular ion cube on a giant open area of metal. Says a lot about the fact that that quantity does sometimes overpower quality in terms of the scale of this place. I assume this connects to the other gate I was looking at before. I'm gonna have a look though. I'm gonna make sure. All I wanted to do was work on my base. I do feel like I've gone down a slight rabbit hole of not quite focusing on the tasks I had in mind. Because I've built two... That seems like an oversight. But just clipping into there. But no, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll have a little more of a look around. Is there anything else around here? I want to see if there's any cool plants I can pick up that I missed. Because as I said, I'm going for bioluminescence. I don't have you, and I know because I haven't scanned you. You're going in the aquarium. Yes, yes, yes. Anything else glowing? Where are the rock grubs? It says it supports extensive life, but I'm not seeing any of the coolest littlest guy around. Nope. All of the atmospheric changes. Hey Oculus, did I scan you already? I assume I did when I was in the jelly shroom caves. Oh yeah! One thing I'm really worried I'm going to forget is I really wanted to get a crab snake egg. And then grow that up in my tank. Ooh, this is a nice big cave. I assume, and this is partly why I'm exploring, when they're talking about all the indigenous and rare life, I'm assuming there'll be another cuttlefish egg in here. And I've got 3 out of what I assume is 5. Now there's an ion cube. Come on, this is like the place to have one. I'm gonna be so frustrated if Hannah watches this VOD and then she points out to me the 10 places the 10 times I went past the same place, missing the cuttlefish egg over and over again. As I said, I'm hoping to discover all that stuff organically, but that was like the only real task I had set for this, which was Hannah's request. To get all 5 cuttlefish eggs by the time I finished the game. Oh, all of a sudden we have ambience. Can I hook onto you? You don't seem to want it. Oh, it's one of those classic cases of it only having a hitbox on the head, I think. Is there anything here? No, just big empty nothing. There's such a silly looking seam. It's even a different colour. That's so weird. Hey, little stalker. I'm assuming that's the one cave in here, and that was like the one thing to explore. Oh, there you go. Hitched a ride. No, hitched a ride on the air. Don't know what happened there. Anyway, let's head down here. The whole thing leads to here. No point delaying it. Oh! Would have smashed those eggs if they weren't immune to a giant titanium robot suit. Oh, and an incubator. Oh, there's lots of things to scan. Oh, there's a thing for an ion cube. Flip here. Can I finally scan you now?
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world
but sharp.
outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Okie dokie. One thing I was looking at is the fact that the texturing across the, like the front underside of it seems to be very similar to the new Leviathan that got showed off in the latest devlog. Oh, what was that? Aquarium arch. What makes this different from a standard teleporter? Scans indicate it was left inactive when the facility was abandoned. Weren't all of them left inactive when the facility was abandoned? That seems like such a weird thing to want to differentiate, that this one is special. Oh, what do you want?
With the passage you have opened,
Are you looking
my
at me?
young can leave this
You are.
place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
There we go. Peepers inside the containment facility. Enzyme host peeper. Hatching enzymes.
Near blueprint acquired.
See Emperor's life cycle. Anything else? Have I gotten anything else? Fauna. Herbivores small. No. I've been trying to scan everything I can. I feel like I haven't scanned anywhere near enough though. I did see it flash up, so have I forgotten like a boomerang or something? A bladderfish. Blooderfish. Oxygen. There we go. I wasn't sure if it was like inactive brain coral or something that wasn't doing anything. So what's the hatching enzyme recipe? Or should I just sort of ignore it? I'm tempted to ignore that for now, because I wanted to do base building the entire time, and I just got... No, what do you want? I just wanted to do base building the whole time, and I kind of got off track with exploring down here. But... there we go. And through. Nice little shortcut home, hopefully. There we go. Now I can finally do the building I wanted, if I even want to. I have been streaming for a while. I was hoping the stream would do like a maybe an hour and a half long 2-hour stream, and now I'm coming up on 3 hours. So who knows? Come on, let me walk up the side. Let me walk up. I'm trying to think about what I want for dinner as well. What I want to do for dinner. Definitely going to cook broccoli because I have unused broccoli. I do have kumara, and I do have aioli. Kind of want to have kumara chips. I'm not sure if you need to do anything in particular to prepare them to be a little bit more crunchy than they would otherwise be. Is it literally just chop up, toss in oil, bake? I think that might be it. I think it might be a lot more simple than I'm expecting. There we go. Oh, have I scanned the Reginald? Yeah, I have already. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. Gonna check the storage space on here. Empty. I wanted to go straight down to the... where is it? Proposed Degassi habitat, and I want to get the egg, because I assume there's an egg somewhere that I've missed. And I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get the crab snake. I also wish I had an idea of where the other 2 cuttlefish eggs are. Because I feel like I've been to almost all of the major points on the map. So I found one in the crater, I found one in the mushroom island, I found... Where did I even find that other one today? So I know I found the one today, and I can't remember where I found it. But I did find it. And that's the important bit. I assume I already have this, going to be like the gasopod egg or something. Stalker egg. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It's quite clear, so I thought it was the gasopod. Whee! Whee! I am also going to set the scanner to look for eggs. I'll do it on the way past, and then I'll give it time to come up with all the different eggs in the area. Although, again, I don't think there's anything that I missed. Hey, Gary fish. Oh, I haven't scanned the Gary fish yet. Weird. There we go. I knew I'd seen the scan icon pop up occasionally while I was going about. I just feel like I've missed... I've not scanned the stuff that I feel like is so prolific that surely I must have scanned it. Which, you know, obviously leads to me never scanning them. Which is kind of ironic. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Have some more water. I'll probably get the crab snake egg and then call the stream a day there, I think. I've made a decent start on stuff. I need to set up the farm for these so they can grow a little bit better, but overall I'm quite happy with the progress I've made. Oh yeah, I have a new plant that I want to throw in here. There we go. Oh, and that is officially my aquarium full of a bunch of unique wildlife. I mean, it's a shame they're not casting the shadows they did because I picked them for their bioluminescence and now they aren't bioluminescing, but I will take what I can get. I'm happy with that little environment I've set up. And I'll also continue on the base in the next stream. 100%. There we go, get rid of all these diamonds. I'll keep one ion cube on me, drop the titanium in there. Ah, the next stream's gonna have to start with another resource gathering mission. Also, did another I think another stalker might have taken the camera. That is weird. That's been a while since that happened, when I violently abused the previous stalker that did that. There we go. Let's get you home nice and safe. There we go. And now creature egg. Sleep so they all pop up. And then I'll do that along with the glow shroom, jelly shroom caves. Always get them mixed up. Also, sorry about calling the research base the thermal base or thermal facility. It's the research facility. It will... I'm sorry, it will happen again. Where are the... Yeah, it's doing that thing where it gaslights me again. Because they are visible. I'm gonna cycle all my HUD elements, maybe. What if I take the chip off and then put the chip on? Something's up. Maybe if I go on the camera... Oh, no, there they are. Whew! I'm going to take the sea moth for this one. I feel like I'm not going to be using the sea moth as much, especially with the fact that the prawn suit goes so much deeper. To be nice to, you know, give it a little excuse.
All systems online.
Unknown egg. Fingers crossed. Creature egg. Oh, what is that? Little ugly, lumpy thing. I can't even think of what that would be that I haven't already discovered. Okay, same one. Yeah, this is what I feared. I feared it would be a lot of the same creature eggs over and over. Little crash fish egg. I mean, I knew it was a crash fish egg. I just think they look kind of cute and I wanted to appreciate it. Okay. Let's go over here. I'm assuming that maybe they get placed or spawned in clusters. So I'll see clusters of the same egg, but once I move away, I'll see different ones again. No, they're all the same thing. Oh my word, they're all identical. Maybe I should start picking them up to use as bioreactor fuel just to get rid of these pings after I've looked at them. I'm sorry to all the fish. I'm going to hit this one on purpose. Just so Hannah knows the difference between what it looks like when I hit one on purpose and when I do it accidentally. No, these are all the exact same egg. That's kind of a shame. But again, it's not anything I wasn't expecting. Gotta be careful to not... that. I was gonna say, gotta be careful for it to not slam into the ground when I do the little dolphin dives that I love doing all the time. Same egg. I think this is gonna be one of the fastest scanner expeditions I've done. Just because it's basically all the same egg everywhere. Oh, that's new. Sand shark probably though. Yeah. Is there going to be anything other than the sand shark egg out here in the dunes? I assume not, but I think it's always worth a shot, isn't it? Just to make sure. That looks sand sharky, but yeah, they're always buried in the grass, so you can never quite tell until it's too late. Sand shark. There you go. So many pings and nothing useful. I got that one egg, which is nice, but it feels like more of a consolation prize. Stalker egg. Yeah, I'm gonna start heading back to my base and just do a sweep over. Hello. Yeah, there's no unique eggs. Ugh. So many pings. It's really hard to see. All band across the screen. With enough of these, you could probably get a 3D map of the whole world without needing to use the Sea Glide or the scanner room. Or at least like the scanner room map. Because they're just placed all over the surface everywhere. Am I mayhaps tired enough now to sleep?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I nearly put it in the bioreactor, but I want to grow it. Yeah, the other egg did hatch, right? That was a gasopod egg. Not sure what you're gonna be. What's slimy and green? There's probably something really obvious I'm missing that is around here all the time. But there's nothing in particular I can think of that's leaping out to me. Also, I'm gonna eat some peeper to fill this up before I go into the caves. Womp. Oopsie daisies. And womp. Sorry, peepers. Please keep breeding so you won't run out. I need you for my unlimited food. And I'll also stop the creature egg scan, as that was indeed confirmed to be pointless. Oh yeah, I also should probably bring the sea moth with me because of its perimeter defense system. It's far more useful than the prawn suit in that regard, because you don't even need to take damage first. Because, you know,
All systems online.
kind of relies on it. Oh! You know what? It made Hannah unhappy, so I'm going to let you have this with the cameras. I think they respawn, so I'm pretty sure by technicality that is the one that I rammed repeatedly with my car in the third stream. Let's find this egg, though. I'm assuming the eggs are going to be inside the mushroom, which I'm really not looking forward to, because these are effectively jump scare the fish. Like jump scare : the fish. But we'll have to make our own guesses here, and I am going to blow up my sea moth before I even see them at this rate. Downtime. Just gotta cross my fingers for an empty one. Cross my fingers for an empty one. Oh, there we go. The egg's right there. Now that's the easiest... Oh. That's the easiest little egg extraction I've done in this game, I think. I mean, you know, outside of the standard ones that just spawn on the ground. Also, to make Hannah happy... Where is it? Where is it? Because I know my eyes went over it before. There. Basically invisible little speck on the floor.
Corporate bourgeois, inbred, incompetent, self-absorbed jerks.
I do indeed. I do indeed need those.
The kid's not so bad. He's even useful.
I was saving that one.
But
It
I
had the
swear,
disease.
Everything
Hey,
that
scan
comes
the
out
eye.
of his father's idiot face is a narcissistic lie. He wants to stay in this cave, his problem. I'm the one doing the heavy lifting. When sea monsters are hunting you, you don't hide. You hunt the sea monsters. Then you build a bigger boat out of sea monster bones and you hunt bigger monsters. Keep going until there aren't any monsters left to hunt you. I'm going deeper. I'm gonna find what shot us down and I'm gonna tear its damn heart out. I started the prep work. The kids taught me how to make enameled glass. I've started stockpiling metal ores to build myself a sea moth. I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave.
She's so cheesy. She's definitely one of the points where the weaker side of the writing in Subnautica rears its head, I think. I mean, she's just written to be, you're meant to go, wow, that's so cool, but I just kind of cringe a little bit. I'm gonna get some metal to make a sea moth. Why'd they bring her back in Below Zero? She wasn't not all that. No, it's such a silly story. She, what is it? She rode a Reaper all the way to the Arctic. Whatever floats your boat. Also, I think this is the original entrance I came through the first time I found this place, so... This 'tis indeed an exit. Ooh, lovely little spirals. Can you do anything with floaters? Can you like harvest them? Oh no, they just disappear. Okay, well, I was expecting a bit more from that. Time to go back to base. Have I scanned you? Sorry, I'm on a little bit of a scanning spree because I want to make sure I have as much as possible scanned. And I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe it's fine. Also, I don't know if I said this because I think I was listening to the log, but I'm going to introduce an Oculus population into the Peeper tank so I can eat both Peeper and Oculuses. Then I can get out my Oculus Quest, Oculus Rift or whatever it is, Quest 2. And then I can eat an Oculus with an Oculus. Boing. Next stream I'm probably going to make the Cyclops unless I also dedicate it to doing more quote-unquote base building where I get sidetracked and end up doing 50 other things. We'll have to see. Woo, can't wait to see this stream quality to confirm if eating up my CPU usage is actually worthwhile compared to previous ones. Also, the sea moth damage continues to feel incredibly unfair. Blah blah blah, titanium, blah blah blah, titanium. End of story. But anyway, let's get the creature egg in there. I hope it has room to hatch. I assume it does. Oh, you cute little guy. I like the way it wiggled. Also really curious to know what that is. Still racking my brain for ideas, but I don't know. I'll sleep again to skip it. Maybe it'll grow up then. Either I zoned out for the second where that egg had... No. I was going to say, I either zoned out for the second where it hatched or it has not hatched yet. What else did I get? Oh yeah, Oculus into the Peeper tank to get a more diverse supply of food. I'm sorry, Peppers. There we go. Oh yeah, I was actually worried for a second. I don't want to introduce the Kara to them. Do they have a beak? Do the Oculuses have a beak? No, you're just weird and flat. You're just weird and flat, unlike the regular peepers. Hannah said the peepers remind her of pigeons because of their little beaks. I kind of see it. Is there anything else I need to do? No, as I said, I'm at that point where I'm asking myself what it is I want to do or if there's anything I need to do. And I don't think there is. Bop, bop. Oh, see daisies. There we go. I think I'm going to call that a day there. Unless there's anything painfully obvious I'm missing. Because I've started to get a little base area set up. I'm going to get the storage room set up so I can start actually, you know, storing things. I'm gonna pin the medkit fabricator, whatever it's called. Where are you? Where are you? There we go, medical kit fabricator. Just so I can actually get one here and then I can start filling this up and I have it whenever I need it. Definitely... Ooh. Depending on where I can fit it, I might put the hatch here and then have the farm raised up to that for the gel sacks. Not entirely sure though, because I think I need even more lithium to build the platform. Or is it lead for foundations? It's lead. But before I even do that, I've got to see if it's a valid point. I guess I could also have the hatch coming off that bottom one, but I kind of want it to be convenient and here. Yeah. And then the foundation can't... Is it because of that? Or can the foundation just straight up not be... No, foundation can be here. Okay, so 2 titanium, 2 lead. I'm going to do that before I hop off. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. It's not a recipe I can pin.
Captain.
So 2 lead, 2 titanium, and then is it just 2 for the exterior grow bed? Probably is. Yeah, another 2. Run. Oh wait, no, I also forgot about the hatch. There's so many individual things to remember. That's another 2 titanium and another quartz. Or another quart. And as I said, once I have that done, that will be the end for real, on God no cap this time. Go. Hopefully this doesn't look too ugly or it deletes the foundation things that are, like the little feet that are sticking out below them. Does look like it do indeedy. Hatch out here. There we go. I don't think I can get much more convenient than this. I'll just do 1, I think. Like 1 should be fine, maybe. I'll put it in this corner, right there, and then I'll fill that up. There we go. And now I shouldn't have any other resources. Awesome. That is about as convenient as I can get for farming. And then I can finally start emptying these out of here. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Okay, well, I'll do that. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move the gel sacks and then break them in the new planter where I don't have to worry about hitting multiple things. Also, I know I left one, but that's on purpose, just in case. There we go, so now I can place these and then break them all. 1, 2, up. Surprised the inventory doesn't fill up faster than that. As I said, it feels really unreliable. Inventory full now. Lovely. Fill you basically up as much as I can, and there we go. That's the beginning of the gel sack farm. Because there's only 3 slots left, I might actually just destroy this one. I didn't want to, but it will give 3 gel sacks, and that will make it perfect as far as farming this stuff goes. There we go, and then I can start filling the bioreactors up with this. Again, unless they rebalanced it and gel sacks now suck or something in an update I'm unaware of. 1, 2, 3, and then break 1. There we go, we'll replant those. I love my little food supply. I'm getting so set up. 9 out of 500. Does it say how much these have? No. Oh, that's annoying that it doesn't tell you. But I'll see if I can sleep in the bed again. Nope. I will refill the bioreactor up here, or the Marvin up there. If I had to give them a silly nickname, I would definitely call them Marvins. Because they, well, shouldn't really need to explain. They look like Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I should also most certainly replant all of these spots. Did I fill that up? Yeah. Dang, I've kind of just filled up everything. I don't really have a use for the extra 3 potatoes anymore, because I've kind of filled up all there is? Question mark. And that fills up 1 slot. Yeah, I guess I'll just eat the other 2 and hopefully not vomit. There you go, 100 health. that is such a relatively, in my mind, eventful stream as far as like progress goes. Need to remind myself, because I did like this whole room area. This is all empty and ripe for the decorating, which I will do. I've got an absolute ton of copper that I need to turn into wires. Also, since when did lockers have that? That must be a relatively new detail. I'm going to cry if I go back to my old screenshots. And it's also there. Again, it feels empty, but I'm going to fill it out. I'll expand the base more. I want to have something I can be proud of. And this is definitely going to be that. I want it to be cool. When I share the screenshot, when the playthrough's over, people go like, "Oh my gosh, how'd you do all that in survival?" And this is quite nice. I am starting to get the slightest hint of lag though. I don't know if it's coming up on stream because I'm assuming it's a drop down to like 90 frames per second from 144, but I am getting my first ever frame drops now. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. It has been quite entertaining. I really hope the egg hatch soon. I don't know where it's rolled to, but it has rolled somewhere, and I can't wait to see what it is when it does hatch. Where did it go? This always makes me feel like a crazy blind person every time, unless it hatched and I missed the message. It's definitely not any of these fish, I don't think. Mayhaps it clips inside here. Or maybe the aquarium's full, so the egg kind of just vanishes. What was that lumpy green egg? Weird. I'm gonna delay my thanks for watching. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. I'm not thankful for you watching. I'm gonna go check if that egg has been discovered. So when I go and look at it outside, it'll say it is X or Y creature egg. Because I'm kind of offended by. Yeah, it's only picking up one in there. Maybe it'll pick up a second. I'm kind of offended by the lack of anything happening there. There's another creature egg. That'll probably be it, unless it's a stalker. I'm suspicious that maybe it's full. What are you? It's a rabbit ray! Oh, okay. So if I go in here, am I going to see a rabbit ray, or am I going to have to kill someone? Oh, it is! Hey, little guy. Oh, it's tiny. It just blended in. Oh, that's so silly. It looks like a stingray. I guess that's the point. It kind of moves like a stingray. With the head movement, anyway. It reminds me of a stingray looking at me. So now I can do the proper thank you for watching, and I will see everyone in the next stream, I guess. Not sure when that'll be. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. And I don't have enough space to sit in my designated seating area. Ugh. But enjoy your days and or nights, and goodbye everyone.